Well. Hello, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the black screen, I guess. No, hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV. We are, in a weird way. In fact, not even that weird of a way. We're so close to the end of the series, it's unreal. This is kind of the second to last episode, and weirdly, it might not even be a very long episode. We're looking at a very weird one because I basically, oh my god, look, you guys are already here. We're only doing like 2 quests this whole episode. 2 quests, that's it. But these are ridiculously chunky quests. I have scanned ahead ever so slightly on Wiki before hitting live here, with lots of cutscenes, lots of conversation, and of course 2 alliance raids. So we saw the first one in the previous part with the Crystal Tower. For this one, we'll just be continuing along. Once again, I'm basically going to be relying on the matchmaker, because I don't think we're going to be able to get a bunch of people in for the min-eye level. And so for that reason, I think it'll actually, I don't know, it might go really quickly. I guess we'll see. But that's my entire plan for today. It's to finish this Crystal Tower storyline. And a lot of it's going to feel like really weird and completely unrelated to the main issue of the primals and stuff, and only become relevant again like way down the line. But yeah, hopefully that'll be fun. I'm starting a little bit earlier in the day again here today. A little bit. I mean, the usual starting time for me for most of these episodes has been 4, but then I shifted to 5, and then we shifted it back to 4, and then back to 5. I don't know, just around this kind of period of the day. So yeah, hello everybody, and welcome to people who are making it here in the live chat. Not really too much to talk about here today, except of course, on the previous part. Actually, where do we get the quest to continue? Oh, it's probably out here, isn't it? Yeah, here we go, the Syrcus Tower. So yeah, the Crystal Tower, I guess, has another name, the Syrcus Tower, or the Syrcus Tower. How would we say this? S-Y-R-C-U-S. I'm going to say the Syrcus Tower, almost like circus, you know, go watch a bear prance around on a ball while doing a hula hoop. I don't know. Yeah, of course, on the previous part, I mentioned that it was election day for Americans, and that the internet had been a bit insufferable and a bit difficult to read anything. And of course, I'm contributing to that by even mentioning it out loud, I guess, in the video. For everyone, always off into the future, it was election day. And of course, the results came in that night. Then there was all of yesterday, and now there's today. And I gotta say, guys, oh my god, it's chaos out there. It's absolutely insane. And I've kind of like had my eyes glued to Reddit. You know, I never usually just browse like normal Reddit, like popular Reddit. I'm usually always in like specific subs or whatever. And it occurs to me, so today I was on just like popular, just seeing what people were talking about. Or like just clicking Rising on the threads, and it occurs to me a few things. People are insanely hysterical today. It's unbelievable, but also just how much like porn there is on Reddit. Or not necessarily porn, but just pictures of pretty women, or like fan art of pretty women, or provocatively dressed women. Like always women, never men. It's just, that's pretty much all that gets upvoted if you just browse like everything on Reddit, just by like by whatever's rising. Yeah, rising, am I right, guys? So yeah, anyway, it's been a crazy old day. There's been some fun activity in the Big Talk channel of the Spud Discord as well. I was in there a little bit. Yeah, so crazy stuff. People are probably looking for an escape or something, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, let's just jump on in and see how long till we actually get to the very first moment where we want to be in the party finder. Now, again, I looked on Wiki, and there is quite a lot of dialogue here. Obviously, I'm going to be voicing it all. They didn't voice act this side stuff. Later, I don't know whether they end up doing that. Can anyone tell me? In like later Alliance raids? I know that in the Evilis Alliance raid, there's a lot of voice acting, like even just within the raid. Like you hear the bosses speak to you and stuff. But for this, I'm not sure they do. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So anyway, last time it was patch 2.1. This time we're looking at what they added in 2.3. So let's see. The Syrcus Tower. Rambros is frustrated over Noah's lack of progress on the Crystal Tower. So let's see what we got. Let's turn it up a little bit. It's very ambient right now. with the wind. Hello? Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You're doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. I am. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there is nothing worthwhile to report. Oh, I can set a goal up as well. I had a good idea for a goal here today, guys. I think the goals have been going really well. Oh, maybe I won't because the UI is bugged. Oh, this is awful. I shouldn't have mentioned it at all then. Hold on, let me try refreshing the page. And I'll try once more. No, it's totally bugged. I can't do anything. It won't let me pick a goal or anything. Alright, well, whatever. Yes, hello again to everybody who made it in the chat. Joseph, Israel? It's insane here. Thankfully, you're in New York City. Yeah, I've never seen the internet be so hysterical as it is. But the thing is, I don't think I've been so connected other times. Like, I don't know. So what? America's always having elections. A 4-year cycle, it's too short, man. It's so short. And they do all the stuff like every other year as well. They're always electing people. It's like sports over there for them. It's just crazy. But, let's see. So, I think I had been putting YouTube videos up, but I wasn't like full-on Let's Playing when Obama got in 2008. I don't know. What video did I upload at the start of his second term in 2012? I would have been very active around there. That was when Guild Wars 2 came out. 2012, same year. Then what, 2016? What was I doing as we handed over into the first Trump era? I don't know. It's funny, isn't it, actually? I wonder what video I put up right around when that happened. Wait, 2016? Is that the right year? Yeah, and then 2020 and now 2024. Fuck me, man. Oh, this last decade has really flown by. Anyway, excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Let me turn off the speakers here. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. See, this is interesting. They talk about people are like exploring where we did the first Alliance raid, but we never do that ourselves. You don't go back there and quest in all those giant chambers. However, I think that does happen. I'm pretty sure I've seen Kerry playing in the near raid. Maybe you guys can confirm, but with the Shadowbringers Alliance raid, don't you do you really do do quests where you go back into the same place, don't you? Like backwards through the same area. And it's cool because it means they double dip on these amazing environments and stuff. Every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside. And Graha says, you will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially? Do you know what this 8 sentinels thing reminds me of a little bit as well? It's the never-ending story. Like, did you guys? I should rewatch the never-ending story. I haven't seen it for years and years and years. But there's like these gates they go through, right? A bit like Guild Wars 1 gates, you know, the Gate of Madness and so on. But there's these gates. One of them's between 2 giant statues, right? And if you get judged, you just get obliterated or something. And there's another one in like a really frosty area. I always remember watching that movie when I was younger and being really scared and creeped out by those scenes. But weirdly, these statues that just fry you if you get close kind of feels similar to me. Am I crazy about that? Speaking of movies, by the way, didn't I mention in the last part I was going to watch Mean Girls? I did watch Mean Girls. It's a weird film, and I think that it doesn't have a real ending, and not in an artistic, fun, high, meaningful way. I think it's a bad script. I think the last third of that movie is just like, oh, what do we do? But aside from that, I think it's a really weird and strange and fun and odd movie, and sometimes it's really funny as well. So I do not regret watching it, actually. In like manner, the entryway to the principal spire, the Syrcus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. See, here is where I'd expect there to be a bunch of quests where we have to go around getting Aether Sanders and stuff again, but that doesn't happen here. Oh, I think I remember what's going to happen. I think 2 new characters are going to pop up. Rambo says, it is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. So, one of you guys did comment about Graha, because I said, hold on, he's a student of Baldizian. Does that mean he was on the Isle of Val? Does he know what happened to all the people that were there? Does he know what happened to Kryl? And basically in the comment, one of you guys said, look, we never really know. it's either he's completely ignorant or he's just grieving in private and they never wrote a cutscene for it, which is a shame because I tend to find that Final Fantasy XIV is at its best because it does do cutscenes like that. There would be a little mention from Graha about the Isle of Vow or something, and it's disappointing that the Crystal Tower missed out on that little detail. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, let's just imagine he's grieving. And maybe just his enthusiasm for coming to the tower and doing this research, just by pure happenstance, lucked to get him away from the Isle. I'm saying all of this, but I happen to know there's quite a lot of extra information about him later in the story, in some of those short stories on the website. And his story's crazy, really. I'll hold it there. But maybe in some of those, especially with the short stories, there might be a little detail there somewhere. I don't know. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry to the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste. But I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. And here we go. Perhaps we can be of assistance. Yeah, I do remember this. I remember this very clearly. The reason we don't have to go on a quest for Aether Sand is because of 2 new mysterious characters. Oh my god, I'm already hot. Guys, my my fan, like, that I'll usually turn on while I'm recording, because this PC is like an epic space heater. I love the PC, it's really good, but it really heats the room up. The fan, finally, it was on its last legs. It's like a 10-year-old thing I bought on Amazon ages ago. And I don't really like it, okay, because like a lot of house fans, they're not sturdy, you know, like they'll have like that cross of bars at their base, and it's kind of like plastic, but it's just really flimsy. I didn't like it very much, and it got very dusty, and it was annoying to clean, blah blah blah. Anyway, it finally just stopped, so I decided to throw it out. I've bought a new one on Amazon, and so now I've tried desk fans that you put on your desk. I've tried those big tall ones with like the cross at the bottom that are flimsy as all hell and just broke. I've tried tower fans, you know, where it's like, how do I even describe this? It's like just a giant rectangle. When I first heard of tower fans, people really went on and on and on to me about how amazing they apparently are. I don't know, man. The one I bought was not that great. And I've thrown that out since too. That didn't even last very long. It was kind of good at the start, but very quickly slowed down. And they're annoying to clean, like way more annoying to clean. Like you have to properly dismantle them and stuff. So, basically, I want a new fan. So today I bought one. But what I've bought, I got it off Amazon. I've bought a gym fan. So this is a fan that is not on like a pole, and it's just a giant so most fan blades I think are like 12-inch width or something per blade, 12 inches. This is probably so boring to hear from everyone. This thing's like 18 inches, which is considerably bigger, but what it's designed to like sit on the floor angled, like it's a floor fan basically, a giant massive turbine that just sits on the floor and you point it up or whatever. Apparently it's really loud. A lot of people are saying, oh, you can't sleep with this fan, blah 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 blah, but that's fine. I just need, as long as it's not getting picked up by the microphone, so we'll see. But I'm unironically really excited about it because it's going to be easy to clean, it's not going to be flimsy, and apparently it's really powerful and really big, and I don't mind having a fan down on the floor that gets angled up or whatever. But yeah, okay, sorry, what led me to talk about that? Oh, just because I feel a bit hot, I guess. Alright. Perhaps we can be of assistance. That has to be some of the longest I've rambled without clicking with the least words. We're not even speculating there. And you are? Meow. You are? Meow. Well, these guys aren't Makote. But they have these interesting red eyes. So maybe there's something to take note of. Be at ease, friend, for we share the self-same goal. And they have curious clothes, don't they? Curious outfits. Oh man, I've totally broken my, what? Yeah, it's so annoying that YouTube is bugged. I'd love to do a goal. Oh well, whatever. I am Unai, and my companion is called Doga. Unai and Doga. We are scholars of the Allagan civilization, sent by the students of Baldizian to assist in your endeavor. So, they're not students of Baldizian, but they are Allagan scholars that the students of Baldizian know. Does that mean Graha knew them, at least to some degree, maybe, since he's a student? Unai and Doga, says Rambros. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing. But I digress. So they have really old-timey names, do they? Do you know what this armor looks like, guys? I have to say. The armor... Wait, who's Doga and who's Unai? I think he's Doga. And she's Unai, I think. Anyway, does that look like any particular armor to you guys? To me, that looks 100% like bladed armor from Heart of Thorns. Right? Like the kind of like skirty thing. And this metal thing attached to the outside of it. It looks a lot like bladed armor. Like light armor bladed, I'd guess. Maybe the other ones don't look quite necessarily the same. But holy crap. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we've received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Vow, oh, there you go, there is a reference to it, but will Graha reflect? I should think you have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. He looks kind of vampiric and creepy with his red eyes, really, doesn't he? Oh, Graha's having a reaction. Yes, I'm glad people in chat agree. Absolutely. Sorry, responding in chat here. We are on Kraken, correct? Yes, we're on Kraken. Aren't I always hot? I'm a baked potato. I don't like that, me being a baked potato thing. That makes it sound like I'm, you know, getting high. Hello, Derveg. Would I call it my #1 fan? Oh, I was so confused there, as in the fan that I bought. Well, we'll see if it's my #1. I think it probably will be. I read in the reviews. I'm really looking forward to getting it, to be honest. What else have we had here? How many PMs have we had in the past 4-year period? Yeah, but it's not some massive media circus, is it? I mean, it kind of is devolving into that a little bit. But I think the 5-year cycle is a lot better. If you think about it, on the 5-year cycle, there are certain year thresholds where Americans have gone through so much. But, you know, there's big business in putting the elections on TV and treating it like sports and making everyone so hysterical about it. There's big money in that, you know. When I saw the results coming in, when I woke up in the morning and I saw the results, it was really close. Well, it wasn't that close, actually. But I was thinking, surely the companies and the TV studios and so on, and the way they're counting these votes, surely they've done this in such a way that there's maximum drama. And then it just turned out no. The Dems were getting slammed. But yeah. What are my thoughts on US politics affecting the UK? It does annoy me a lot. What really annoys me is when I see British people with talking points that I don't actually think are so relevant to us over here. And they've clearly just inherited their thoughts and feelings through osmosis, what they've read online. And I mean, that's going to happen. The internet connects us in a great many ways. So I don't get too bitter about it. But, you know, I suppose more broadly speaking, what I'm just bitter about is, you know, ill-informed people. People have to be informed for the whole democratic process to work well. So whenever you see someone's ignorant or misled in some way, you know, it's a bit of a gut punch. And you can see that a lot. You can see that a lot when things are imported from America that aren't so relevant to us. But people think that they are. Anyway. What is it, Graha? Oh, 'tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Oh, they're looking at each other with meaning. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. So there's a kind of a weird thing, guys. We're moving into the Heavens World expansion. Well, I'll just tell you, eyes are a big deal. All right, now, if you watch my bonus episode on the Dragoon storyline, you'll kind of already get a bit of a feeling for that. And it's weird, actually, to think that the Crystal Tower story also had a little bit of this going on. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well? The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. You know, I like stuff like this. It's weird, right? When I play Final Fantasy XIV, there are little elements of the world building that I just kind of, like, roll with. I don't really stop and think about. But to just take that aside for a second, just like a fantasy world where some people have red eyes and it was a genetic characteristic of, like, people of an ancient empire. I think that's so cool. You know, even just the idea that some people have red eyes is a cool, fantastical, weird thing. You know, an interesting twist and development on what we experience here in the real world, because we don't naturally have red eyes here in the real world. Well, hold on. Albino people, they have red eyes, right? But it's different, isn't it? Isn't that the white of your eyes going red? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the idea that it's this long-lost genetic characteristic, you know, I think it's really cool world building, just all on its own. And it's fun to just remember stuff like that. The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All of my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation now. If there's aught to know, I implore you to tell me. So here's the thing, oh, I'm just going to come out and ask. Do Makote have litters? Right? When he says, I'm the only one with the eye, only one child in a generation is born with the eye, does he mean a whole generation of Makote? Or does he mean the litter that he was from? What are we getting at here? Oh, God. But yeah, okay, so it's been passed down. We're all thinking it, all right? So I'm just going to say it. Does that make him Allegan? Why has he only got one eye, though? One red one. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me that we have naught to lose but by accepting their aid. What say you? Says Graha. Rambros, what do you think? If that is your wish, then so be it. And Tremor will just go with the flow, as he always does. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldizian when I'm able. I trust there'll be no objections. Yeah, because these two are essentially strangers in bladed armor. Very well. As of this moment, I name Unai and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Syrcus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. It's funny, this scene where they're at the front door sticks out very clearly in my memory. Tremor, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The two of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. Oh God, my coffee's already getting cold. How is that possible? I shall join you, Tremor. With Unai and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Alright. And he says finally. And, you know, there's been a sense of some time moving forwards because, obviously, there's been a few patches. Obviously, this time I'm covering all of this. I've done it on separate days, which is nice. It sort of feels natural that we're doing this in different video parts. The other time I covered this, we did it all in one. I mean, we'll have a little awkward moment like that in a minute anyway because we're going to go straight from patch 2 into patch 3. It's all happening today. I'm not splitting each and every single one into a different individual part. To tell you the truth, guys, I'm actually getting really excited to finishing the whole ARR segment of the Let's Play. It's weird, though. ARR, as it happens, it's got this big reputation of being incredibly long and so on. And I guess what I've really learned from this replay here is that ARR is long because of the post-patches, right? We did 10 episodes on the base game. We've done 12, and we're basically, ultimately, we're going to have done about 13 or 14 on the post-patches. The post-patches are way longer than the base game. We're examining the rubble in the hopes that it will yield a clue to entering Syrcus Tower. Can you tell that we're getting desperate? Yeah, it seems you are a little bit there, Wedge. Alright, Biggs, what you got? Well, if it isn't Tremor, eager to hear eager to enter Syrcus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Did he say clam because Rogadin, Limsa? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. Okay. Where are you, Sid? Not the coffee getting cold? Yeah, I know. Yeah, this door. I remember this so clearly. I think it lights up and stuff in a minute, doesn't it? Don't we get a cool... Yeah, all this symbology on the door imagery on the door. It all means something. Oh, this is cool. We're at the base of the labyrinth. I guess what Square Enix are doing here with this cutscene, right, is they don't... We've just walked back through the labyrinth, but they don't really have it as a playable space. So it only really exists here in cutscene form. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit. And a couple of new ones besides. Yeah, meet our new friends. Allow me to introduce Unai and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Baldizian to aid in the investigation. We understand that you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defences. It is our hope that we can be of some small assistance. How though? If your attire is all to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. They almost fit the style of the tower, don't they? To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Syrcus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. Look at how badass the Alligans are. All these years later, they're not even around to defend the thing and people can't get in. And Sid is the engineer that got us past Garuda. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 Sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. This is like the Fellowship of the Ring outside the mines of Moria, you know. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman. Respectant. Allagan royalty by my judgment. So, this is the man here. You've got his crown. You've got his mustache, I guess, and his beard. And then here's let's say the king, and here's the queen. And she has maybe some kind of headdress here over her nose or something. And their hands. You know, looking very closely at the environment and the actual, like, asset itself is something that I often don't do. But it's often really worth checking out, especially in Final Fantasy games. There's actually, I'm going to mention this out loud, and I feel terrible because I don't have a link for you all. But there is an amazing blog out there of someone who is, like, really hardcore picking apart all the assets in Final Fantasy X and, like, translating all the weird random text all over the place. And, like, there's so many weird dev stories and strange things you get out of the game when you do that. It's like one of the best blogs ever. If I do my master playthrough thing, I would love to show some of that stuff off. Anyway, precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it's purely decorative. Well, here we have a man and a woman. Can you help us? God, this is sinister music here. You love this game? It got you, got me a lot to really get into it and then do the Realm Reborn and the extension stories. Yeah, I personally was not even that into this game at this point in the story. It's a long process, but once it starts clicking and it starts rolling, and I think the beginning of that process is very soon, actually, in the first expansion. I think almost everyone can agree to that with FF14. Everyone knows it's slow, and everyone knows it's quite off-putting. And you know, it just slowly rolls on. It's funny, like I said, I've been on Reddit a lot the past 2 days. Coincidentally, I was just in another random thread. It was the premise of which was, how do you know someone has no life? And there were all kinds of, like, horrible, insulting things in there. But people were talking about MMOs, and you know, because naturally. And the one MMO that everyone was talking about in there, what was it, guys? People famously with no lives. An MMO that's ruined people's lives. MMO that's caused people to get divorces, to drop out of college, to do this, to do that. You know, what is the most addictive, crazy MMO that people had anecdotes about, usually about, you know, boyfriends and husbands, as far as the thread went anyway, getting way too obsessed with it. The MMO was FF11. I didn't see anyone talking about WoW or any of the MMOs that I knew to be a bit grindy. No, they were talking about FF11 and how just that game scratched a certain itch and was just insane. Which is just wild to me. I'm just very, very curious about 11. I really am, reading a story like that. I'm sure it's not like that anymore, right? I'm sure there's boosters and things. Someone in Spud said that they had to register as a Canadian to be able to get into the servers, though, or something. Was it Canadian? So I don't know. But yeah, that was really interesting to me. I never hear anyone say anything about FF11. Not really. But apparently it was just like ultra, ultra addictive. If you're thinking you have to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands, says Sid. Trying to get into this damn door. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? They can do something. They can open the door for us. Whoa. You know, I'd be more impressed by this animation, actually, if it wasn't what we do 1,000 times when we interact with Aetherites and stuff. But maybe this is the thing. They can attune to the door. Obviously, they made WP want to play it, Nerd Teo. Yeah, I know. Even as I was speaking there, I was thinking, what are you saying? Can I get the details without having to sync, you know, the 10,000 hours? Is that a possibility? Graha says, I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Well, I kind of did. Maybe I telegraphed it a bit much for you guys. 7 hells! What is this? What did you do? What are you? You'd love to try 11, but there's no way you're giving ScreenX 2 subs of equal value. Yeah, and I don't blame you for thinking that way. I said in Discord the other day, I said, look, I would do it if they had a unified sub. And apparently the idea has been floated. Because, you know, they're floating this idea of putting Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the Gold Saucer. I can openly talk about the Gold Saucer now that we've passed that part of the story. Yeah, you know, they've talked about some interesting things. But apparently, like, the licensing and stuff, I don't know, there's all kinds of legal, technical issues that mean they're probably not going to be able to do the double sub for 11. But also, you know, if you think about it, the double sub for 11 might kill development for 11. One of the beautiful things about the sub fee is that they've continued to have incentive to put little updates in there. Even all these years later, it's still going. If it's all just under the one umbrella, or 14 and 11, the developer side incentive to keep pushing for that one game kind of goes away a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, not entirely, but a bit more. So I don't know. My thinking is I'd just play like a free trial. Check it out. Do entirely on videos like this, by the way. I only really want to produce stuff for you guys, with you guys. I want to be active. I want to make things. I want to do things. And hopefully there's some discoverability on YouTube at some point. All right, sorry, come on. Let's get into this here. Here we go, look. Piercing the heavens and gathering the light. A symbol of mankind's glory and might. The tower. The tower would pierce the heavens. The tower gathers the light. Now, we did hear in the previous part that they were using it to harness the sun, didn't we? A symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I'm delighted to see. Another person is here! Who the hell is this? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Well, we saw the cliffhanger last time. It's Nero, baby. Haha! This is the first story we really start to get a real sense of Nero, I think. Like, obviously he was in ARR, and he had that rant about Sid in Praetorium, but we didn't get much. Here's where you finally start to get him as a bit more of a character. And it's always so cool when he shows up. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you've acquired. And so he knows what's up. He knew the whole thing. Nero must be very studied on ancient Alag to have resurrected Ultima Weapon. Look how golden he is. And here, look, finally we get a non-adrenaline filled scene with Nero and Sid together. And Sid says, Nero, you're still alive? Well, we didn't say anything happened to him, did we? Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. Yeah, so let's think about this, right? Nero was desperate for Gaius's approval. Everything blew up and went wrong. What's he doing now? Is he a lone free ranger? Like what's his name? Bucky from Chicken Run? Is he an agent of some other wing of, you know, the Empire's grasp now? Mixed metaphor there, but you get what I mean. Rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you, he says. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. Oh, really? So because they failed, they would get executed? Now, that doesn't inspire much loyalty, does it? I mean, he's a pure-blood Garlean. He's not like some guy from some annexed state that they're using as pawns. Remember, they had that brilliant line of how, you know, the despots in the Empire will use people from these states to protect their own interests and quell the fear of insurrection in one blow by using their lives rather than, you know, people in the Empire themselves. So he's telling us that he is a lone free ranger. And so I've been roaming this land at Eorzea, a regular itinerant. Ooh, wow. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I decided to come here and to join you. After all the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? Yeah, good for you, Sid. I would be very cynical myself. And he just smirks, and he looks over at those two. I love this right now. This is really good. There's so many characters on screen that I'm curious about right now. I'm still quite curious about Grahar. Rambrose and Sid, yeah, whatever. I mean, Rambrose isn't actually here. These two? Nero? Oh, this is. I like this kind of storytelling, you know, where I really don't know where I am. In terms of, you know, like people's allegiances and stuff. I'll tell you what, speaking about not knowing where I am, guys, so I wear glasses, right? But I don't really, like, I'm short-sighted. So my near vision is excellent. So whenever I'm indoors, I don't need to wear glasses. You know, I can see right now, I'm looking at a PC monitor, I can see that all fine and blah, 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 blah. But looking very far away, my vision is a little blurred. Not terribly, but enough that wearing glasses, it's like, you know, oh, I can see the leaves on the trees kind of thing when it's far away. So usually, you know, it's not too severe. If I'm going out, I'll wear glasses or I won't. So anyway, for the past several years, I've basically just always worn glasses when I go out. But today, I forgot them. Well, I didn't forget them, actually. I couldn't find them. In fact, I still don't know where they are. Around here somewhere. I went out, and I have to say, guys, I'm getting blind. Seriously, my eyes have deteriorated in the past couple of years. It blows my mind. I've got to go to the opticians and get a checkup. They say that your eyes keep... they keep like drifting, right, as the years go by. You need to keep getting checkups and checkups and checkups until they stabilize, and then you can get LASIK or whatever. I thought I'd stabilized years ago, but I don't think so, honestly. Today, honestly, I felt so blind. Everything felt extra blurry, more so than ever before. Like, even just looking a little bit away, you know, looking down at the ground, like the autumn leaves in the forest, you know, fluttering to the floor. It's lovely out at the moment. You know, even just looking a little bit away, it's so blurry. It's probably got me panicked. I wear glasses, what a nerd. You all know that I wear glasses because the little potato fellows that I have on my thumbnails wear glasses, alright? And that looks uncannily correct. Guys, by the way, I have to say, with those potatoes, I might get rid of them soon. I really might. I've never really liked those thumbnails. I've never liked those potatoes. I've never liked playing that game or that pandering. Are you going to have a face and a thumbnail and an arrow and a circle and whatever? So I don't know. I'm going to have a cool channel update for you soon, especially as we go into the new year. And I might take them out back, like Old Yeller or whatever, and you might not see them again. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure just yet. Turn off depth of field. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit like the whole depth of field thing. Alright, sorry. So the distractions are unreal here. This isn't me padding this, because I'm pretty sure this is a long story. If you're suspicious of my intent, 'tis only just my just desserts, but I am determined to make amends, says Nero. He wants to make amends? As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. Okay, so if only royals could get in, how the hell did these two open the door? According to the records I've unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. Oh my god. So this is like their penthouse. This is like the, oh my god, what's it called? The Burj Khalifa? It's not Khalifa, is it? What's the giant skyscraper in Dubai? Still the tallest building, isn't it? But it's like that, but just for your immediate family. You mean to say that these two are descended from Alagan royalty? Question mark, exclamation mark, says Grahal. Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous, says Nero. Well, how does that work then? I mean, the Alagans are gone. There are no... To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty. Living keys born of Alagan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Alright, we gotta pause here. Yeah, this story talks about clones in, like, the conventional real-life sense of clones. Now, cloning is not new for Final Fantasy, especially once it got more modern, 7 and beyond. But I just love this. I think you know, there was a lot of debate with Dawn Trail when it came out because it got very, very sci-fi in certain ways. But, you know, these elements have always been here. Final Fantasy's never... You know, alright, look, here's what I want to say. The music for FF14 crosses all genres, goes all over the place, right? There's really no strict sense of a baseline. There's whatever's cool, let's fucking do it. That's basically what it comes down to with this game. They go wild. They go all over the place with the genres and the themes and the ideas. And I think to a large degree that same decision making that you can hear very clearly with the music, right? When you kick up a primal fight and the song sounds like it should be from a totally different game or whatever. That's the same when it comes to the kind of stories they want to tell and aesthetics that they inject into the environments and the ideas of the game. So yeah, we're talking about cloning now. This is not just a strictly medieval fantasy RPG, and it never has been, right? I think when we come to Guild Wars, there's a discussion very similar to that. And Guild Wars has always played it much closer and tighter and been much more careful about deviating from, like, its established idea of what it's going to be. And so, you know, when there's conversation, like the big conversation with Guild Wars, frankly, is the schoolgirl outfits. I should just say schoolgirl. Well, what do they call them? They call them the Academy outfits or whatever, the Hogwarts outfits, which they made and we're going to put in the gem store, and then they got data mined and people were excited to have them, and then they decided not to. And I believe their argument, oh god, I can't actually remember at the moment, but I think their argument was that it was too out of touch with the rest of the game. But then people think that it was, you know, I don't know, I've had more than one aggravating conversations on Discord about that particular topic. But, you know, when it comes to, like, Guild Wars 1, adding just regular, talking about glasses, adding glasses as, like, clothing and outfits for characters to wear, does that actually fit into, like, the idea of the world and so on? Well, look, over here on Final Fantasy, they've always gone crazy with stuff like this. I mean, we're just going to talk about straight-up technological cloning here. The Alagans preserved their people with DNA and created copies thousands of years into the future. So, and Nero from the Empire, you know, with all their Magitech and stuff, is no stranger to such processes. Is he right? Well, you've got a scar, so you've clearly lived some stuff for a while. You didn't come into this world fully formed. He says, "'Twould seem that the time for concealment is past." Oh! Okay, Tremor didn't actually look that shocked there. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would call... by prematurely making what many would call... what many would consider deranged claims. Is cloning so deranged? If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Oh, really? See, this is weird, the way they split the scene over multiple locales. Look at this. We just met Graha. He seemed like an interesting character. He says very well. But now he's just been swept off the stage for these two, who are infinitely more interesting. So what's Graha's role to play in all of this? With one eye? Is he a clone? Is he half a clone? I love how tall Nero is there. 7 hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around, says Sid? Yeah, I want to get these... Okay, guys, one of the reasons I love this is it's a frenemies story. Come, Garland, you know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? This is awesome, man. 2 Empire guys. An Allegan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. So tombstones are what we're getting as the daily mechanic, and they've always been Allegan tombstones. It's just like Allegan tombstone of lethargy, or Allegan tombstone of music, or I don't know. I've never really played that actively, right? But there's so I guess. The idea, what is a tombstone? I guess it's like is it like an ebook, right? It's a tome, you know, it's filled with knowledge, but it's like digital, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so Sid gets a single one here. We trade in them regularly on the thousands for good gear, and well, maybe it's no surprise that the very first stuff you get from ARR is Allegan stuff, you know, the theme, the visuals of it. Anyway, so yeah, maybe this is what taught Nero about Ultimate Weapon or something. Who knows? He's probably not giving him any really good info. But yeah, why I love this is it's a frenemy story. I look forward to working together, old friend. I cannot get enough of frenemy stories. It's basically a USB drive. Anything between a USB drive to a phone. This one might be special. I mean, I guess so. I like the idea that we're trading 2,000 phones. You have every right to mistrust us, but I beg you hear us out. Long have we waited for this opportunity to fulfill our life's purpose. So yeah, we kind of get ported back here to the stones. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? But I guess it's because Square Enix want us to interact with the quest again. But again, none of that's playable space over there. It only exists in a cutscene. So they had to like awkwardly bring all the characters back here or something. I don't know. Anyway, look at this. Look at how everybody's moving around. I could instantly just speak to Doga there. Oh, we got a message here. Hi, LS US side invite coming up. Created by Corey. Oh, Linkshell. A US side Linkshell for the Spuds. Oh my god, this will be like the 4th one, won't it? Accept invite. Thank you very much. Jesus. We got each character has multiple Linkshells. Yeah, look at this. Nero's over here. I just want to go speak to him. I had a really good idea for a goal today. I'm going to try one more. No, it's broken. I was going to say, instead of doing it first person the whole time, I was going to say I'll play one-handed. Because I think you can do that. You can run around by holding both left and right mouse button down. And you can skill click everything, and the targeting would be a pain in the ass, but you could do it. And we wouldn't sacrifice the visuals by being in first person when we really shouldn't. Oh my god, look how cool that looks with the moon back there. Jesus Christ. Alright, what do you have to say, Nero? We may not have gotten off to the best of starts, but the past is the past. Yesterday's enemies can be yet today's friends. Do you not agree, Warrior of Light? Dude, that's awesome. Biggs and Wedge, what do you think about hanging around with Nero? To think the Allegans could make copies of people! If this knowledge were to fall into the wrong hands, the world would become a terrible place. I shudder to imagine a dozen Biggs shouting me all day long. How am I supposed to voice a gulp? The Chief and Nero go all the way back to the Magitech Academy. It's an exclusive school, situated in the capital, reserved for the Empire's brightest elite. Now, I haven't played everything. I haven't played the whole story. I wonder if we ever get to go there. Do we ever get to go to the Magitech Academy? And if we don't, can they do a Netflix series, you know, 10 episodes? Sid and Nero, the teen years. Oh, God. I don't know all the nitty-gritty details, but they didn't get along back then, and they don't get along now. Fate's a bastard for bringing them together again. We're going to have a great moment in this, which is very COF with Ritlock and Logan, I'll just tell you guys. Alright, Sid, what do you make of all this? It goes without saying that Nero can't be trusted. We do well to keep an eye on him at all times. Yeah, I agree, I don't really trust him. And Graha, hi, you're kind of a new face in all of this. Let us hear what Unai and Doga have to say. It will not be too late to decide upon a course of action afterwards. Look at this, I love this. All these patches, Biggs, Wedge, and Sid were just missing from the story. And all of a sudden they're back, and I'm immediately like really into their plot. Okay. If you're ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambrose, may wish to be present. Alright. Lay it on me. And all this cloning stuff, by the way, is in Encyclopedia Eorzea, but I skipped it all because we were going to get it here. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. So I'm getting a good vibe from these guys. I don't know. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldesion. Nay, we are clones. Copies of people who once existed, given life through Allagan technology. So did the tower itself clone them, or they cloned from some other facility somewhere else? Rambrose said, this is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit Allagan history. Pray bear with us. The Allagan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Allagan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. Yeah, so by the way, this thing, she says, the Allagans reached their zenith long before cloning was even a thing. You got to think of it like IRL with ancient Egypt. It's not like there was one little period of time. You know, we're talking about over 1,000 years of history. You know, there's that thing of Cleopatra was born closer to the first Pizza Hut or the first moon landing than the Great Pyramids. And there's another really good quote about that, which is, if you go to Egypt, if you went to Egypt during Cleopatra's time, you could have booked a history tour at the pyramids, just as you can do today. You know, it was the same thing for them. They were wonders of the world for people so long ago, you know, and we got to remember, and you got to be diligent and put effort into not being small-minded about these things. History is long as fuck. Anyway, it's kind of same deal here. So, and the music here is wild, by the way. I don't think I've ever, well, I would have heard this track before, but I've never enjoyed or properly sat back and listened to it. Listen to this. This is crazy. Is this pulled from one of the other games? I'm going to read it again. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Allagan pride. Parents took their children there, that they might learn how the nine limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. So, this tower gave them all power, and we've heard that it was taking it from the sun already. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. I love this, by the way. This is like very Star Trek here, in a way. These guys have limitless energy. They have free energy to fund their any endeavor across the entire empire. I mean, truly an apex civilization right there. And then we get this story that we heard so many times in the encyclopedia. Peace leading to decadence, mistrust, complacency, and then an ultimate fall. In a matter of generations, the Allagan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. I love that, by the way. Fringe lands that get reclaimed by nature. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alec to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. So we're near the end of the days of the empire. There's this technologist Amon, and he's going to try to bring back, you know, the founding father. You cannot mean Emperor Xande. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Unai and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two Allagan emperors named Xande. It was commonly believed that the second one was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two were in fact one and the same. I love this. So the history books had shown these guys. There was a Xande at the start, and then there was a Xande at the end. And yeah, you would just think, you know, it's Xande the second or whatever. There's no way it's the same fucking guy. But these guys are saying it was a clone. Xande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. Okay, so I got a weird question here now. This music's still really bizarre. Okay, so just because you're a clone, it doesn't mean you have the original guy's consciousness. It doesn't mean you have the original guy's memories. In real life. I see a lot of fiction gets really fuzzy and weird about this, though. So, what are we saying here? This is a fantasy version of cloning, which did bestow upon him that original soul or essence? And if that is the story, does this have, like, huge connections to, like, Endwalker and everything? What was it La Habrea called us all? An imperfect people? Is it all that shit? I genuinely don't know. These are all rhetorical questions, of course. Or are we just glossing over the fact? Maybe it is just like in real life. Maybe what Unai's doing here is she's glossing over the fact that Xande 2 was kind of just taught to do X and Y, B, A and B, you know. Even though he was his own person with his own consciousness. Yeah, there's a smiley face in chat there. So I don't know. He returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allagan dominion. So when he was Xande 1, he was trying to conquer everyone. It was an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Look at this. I love this camera angle of just Nero's listening. Is he learning anything at the moment, or is this just confirmation of what he already knows? I love this. Just being silent so we don't know what he knows. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xande turned his sights towards a forbidden source. Darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Now, darkness. So this is all the third era, of course. We do know that thousands of years later, in the fifth era, there was the War of the Magi, Amdapor, Nim, so on. And in that, you had the Magi, and they turned to darkness, they turned to the void, and so on. But if you remember, when I actually read you that story from the 5th era, when we were reading through that, there was a little note that the Allagans had been messing around with it before. Well, here we're going to get this. So in order to learn how to harness the power of darkness, he converted the tower into a restricted research facility. Oh, and Nero likes the sound of that. He smiled. Darkness. Again, 7 hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. ... Would that you were right, Master Garland. Uh-oh. Graha looks a bit worried about that. Alas, Emperor Xande is very much alive. Within the Syrcus Tower, he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. This is actually a huge story. Couldn't he have at any point since the Calamity come out and said hello? Look at this shot here of inside the tower. I think this isn't rendering in-game right now. This is just like a really high-resolution screenshot or something. How is that so high-res, though, even at 44p? Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy. Energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. So, yeah, Dalamud is relevant to this here. This is basically all about how the Allagans fell. And like I said, it was a giant earthquake. But basically, and this is kind of convoluted, welcome to Final Fantasy storytelling. Dalamud with Bahamut trapped inside it, and they need Bahamut for this, I guess. I don't know why. We'll see when we do coils, I guess. I can't really remember. But Dalamud like reflects the sun or gathers the sun and pumps it into the tower, basically. And the two things, the tower and Dalamud together, basically harvest all this energy from the sun, I guess. Wielding the power of darkness and they were feeding it to the void here, basically. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created, launched into the heavens, on high it hung, gathering the sun's energy, channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the Calamity, that ushered in the fourth Umbral era. Now, we already know at this point that the Ascians love invoking calamities. They call them the Arda or Arders. So was there an Ascian involvement with this miscalculation? Who knows? Something to wonder, though. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet, even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Xande's closest aide since he'd resurrected him, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to reawaken. So yeah, we get time travel-y shit. There's a lot of time travel-y shit related to this tower. There's a lot going on here, actually. And remember what I said about it being a bit like a giant aetheryte? Eras came and went. After millennia laying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the Earth. Aha, there we go, Project Meteor. Its ascent triggered the seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. So, think about this, guys. This is how insane the Allagans are. They're responsible for two of the calamities. The earthquake, initially, and then the moon coming down later was the seventh. At that moment, Emperor Xande reawakened. So there you go. The entire time we've been playing, he's been awake. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Look at this. This is insane. This is like finding out Julius Caesar is still alive or some shit. Do you know what I mean? And he's just been hanging out in there the whole time? It's unbelievable. It is for no other purpose but to put to an end to Xande's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Una and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. See, what is this? They gave them their will. Did they transfer some of their souls, some of their consciousness, some of their essence into them somehow? Via the cloning process? How do they do that? Where did this happen, by the way? Not in the tower. When we came... Oh, no, it was in the tower. When we came to our senses within the tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Xande, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It's taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Tremor, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once for all. And of course, here's the juicy bit about this story. Okay, this all makes sense, and this is all fine, and it's... Okay, we go kill the big bad guy. What the fuck is going on with Grahatir, then? With one eye? Also, he's a Makote. And these guys are not Makote, and they're the actual royalty. What's going on? Where does he fit into all of this? Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon, says Sid. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldizian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Tremor? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. Well, is it in grave danger? I mean, Xande's just been sitting there. Alright, the music's finally changed. That was a weird song, wasn't it, guys? You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan Empire's dark past laid to rest. Right. Of course, there's a question as well, what does Nero want to get out of all of this? He said something sinister in the cliffhanger last time, didn't he? I'm sure he did. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends, Unai and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. Kind of, I guess, but not really. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off the Syrcus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Tremor, as you did for us within the labyrinth, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate the hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Xande himself. I mean, this is mad, actually, that we're just going to go in there. We're not even going to talk to the guy. What about diplomacy, guys? Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine a way to isolate Syrcus Tower from the outside world. To work, then. Again, Nero creeping around on the fringes. Farewell, Rambros. Biggs, Wedge. So yeah, this story is going to be us climbing the tower. Just a spoiler, way later there's an optional dungeon where you go under the tower, you go in and down, and it's fucking awesome. And it like ties together like 5 storylines at once. Here we go. And Graha says, wait, there is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... What does it mean? You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. Oh my gods! Wait. It was this game! Oh, I'm gonna tell an embarrassing story about myself here now. About my ignorance. Okay, so look, if you breed a horse with a donkey... Where's this going? If you breed a horse with a donkey, right, you get a crossbreed. Is that a mule? Right. Oh, God, I'm so embarrassed about myself. Right, and that is infertile, right? Crossbreeds are infertile. If you make like a liger, by going like a lion and a tiger, they can't breed. They're not their own species now. And that one life form, it's over, right? That's the end of the line. I believe that's correct. I've known that for years. I'm saying known in air quotes, but I think that's right. So I've known that for a long time. At some point in recent years, I don't know, and I think I've just figured out when and why. In recent years, I've been like under the misapprehension that clones also are infertile. Like IRL, like Dolly the sheep, for example. I was talking to a friend about this about a month ago. You know, Dolly the sheep was born, didn't survive very long and died or whatever. But I was just under the impression that Dolly the sheep was infertile. And if you just made a bunch of clones, you couldn't, you know, they couldn't procreate. They couldn't go on and continue their own lineages. But I'd got it confused. I was just thinking about like the whole crossbreed thing. And I've been wondering, why have I had that confused? Why have I had that in my head, that clones are infertile? Because my friend basically said, no, clones aren't infertile. Clones can be fertile. Clones can continue to reproduce. What were we talking about? Oh, and we were talking about this because of Horizon Zero Dawn. Where, okay, skip ahead like 20 seconds if you care about Horizon spoilers. Horizon 1 spoilers. You play as a clone in that game. You are a clone. Cloning is a big topic in that game, in that storyline. Yeah, so anyway, so I thought that clones were infertile, and I sort of had to get put right that no, they're not. And I've been thinking, why did I think they were infertile? Why did I get that confused with the crossbreed thing? And it's this! It's this game! Look, it's Final Fantasy XIV! Apparently these Final Fantasy XIV clones are infertile. They're unable to bear offspring. So, yeah, it's just a twist on the Allegan cloning, right? That's my understanding of it. I will be very happy to see a wall of text in the comments at some point. A mule or a hinny, yeah, that's right. It depends on if the male is, what species the male is versus the female, right? Anyway, okay, so look, yeah, all of that aside, what do we take away from this? There's no cloning going on with Graha because he inherited the eye. The Allegan eye, as you called it. But to us, it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. Oh my god, look at this. The red eye is not just an Allegan thing, it's a royal Allegan thing. So, is he a true descendant? I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I'm disinclined to think it's a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Look at this, guys. This is like I know it's mandatory now, but when this got released, this was just an optional side story they put in the game. Look at how much stuff they put into this. The number of characters. It's crazy. And the complexities of their situations. Within Syrcus Tower, you will encounter clones who share our appearance. Though they too were created in the image of Dogra and Unai, they are but empty husks, bereft of independent will. Their sole purpose is to eliminate intruders. Striking down spitting images of Unai and myself may give you pause, but you must not let that stay your hand. Right, so there is definitely a consciousness transferal thing. So is the truth that the Allegans, they didn't just figure out how to clone people, they figured out how to move consciousnesses around as well, which is insane. And kind of echoey, actually. You know, it's like the Sahagin moving his consciousness. It's like the Asians doing it. There's something more to this, guys. Something that maybe I'll learn by the end of all of this. Though their names do not appear to have survived the passage of time, Dogai and Una were worthy individuals. They were not without faults, but they placed the welfare of the people above all else. When Xande was resurrected, they supported his second ascension to the throne, in the hopes the Empire would flourish once more under his leadership. When it came to light that Xande was consorting with dark powers, they did all within their power to stop him. Among their many acts, they imbued us, two humble clones, with their will. So are you guys like 15,000 years old or something? Did you live through all the other eras, or did you go into stasis somehow at some point? There's a lot they don't fully explain, eh? Anyway. We're getting close to being able to party up now, guys. So anyone who wants to play this with me is coming very, very soon. Log in. We're on Kraken. The more the merrier. I'd love to play with you guys. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Syrcus Tower awaits us. They're very impassive, aren't they? They're a bit creepy. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Xande himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. So we'll find more clones. Lots of clones. It's all happening up in there. Here we go. Syrcus Tower now accessible. This is our second ever raid, guys. I guess technically a raid. It's so funny the way that they set these tabs up. You know, like, Alliance raids have almost nothing in common with real raids. You know, one is like just big Zerg fun content. The other is 8-man, quite difficult stuff. But they're all under the same tab and everything. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Syrcus Tower. So I'm going to open the party finder. I'm going to type Spuds. Ooh, I'm going to misspell it, apparently. I'm going to say... I'm not going to do it as an Alliance thing because that didn't really work before. So I'll just say Raids, Syrcus Tower. Yeah, the more the merrier. I know we're starting a bit earlier today, so I don't know how many people are really around. It'd be super cool to play it with you guys. And while people join and hopefully find that. Having secured a path through the labyrinth of the ancients, the Fellowship of Noah finds itself before the entrance to the Crystal Tower proper. With the aid of their new comrades, Unai and Doga, the companions succeeded in opening the gate whose workings had baffled even the brightest minds among them. Upon learning that dark forces have awakened within, the Fellowship decides to suspend its investigative effort in favor of sealing off the tower. You must fight your way to the apex and defeat the resurrected Emperor Zande, that Eorzea might be free of his all-consuming ambition. So yeah, we're going to have 24 players here. The eye level required is 70, which is actually fairly low. Maybe it's that requirement being so low that caused this to get so power crept by the downscaling or something. Is this Kraken? Yes, we're on Kraken at the moment. We're not on Ravana, because Ravana will be completely dead and it will be impossible to matchmake this in. Basically, Ravana would have worked if we were getting more people in-game each episode, but we're not, so... And this hopefully will only be a problem, really, for the Alliance raids. Hopefully it won't be a problem at all when it comes to Heaven's Ward and Beyond, with me doing premieres and, I don't know, hopefully doing other stuff to reignite interest in the series and stuff. I don't know. We've got to have hope. Kraken is kind of dead. Raid is quite a generic term these days. I would say Guild Wars 2 World Boss is a raid. Be interesting to see how they handle Wing A and how it differs from traditional meta boss. Less than 2 weeks to the update. Yeah, so I was looking on the Guild Wars 2 wiki for when the next update is announced. They're still just saying November at some point. We're right at the beginning of November, obviously. So it might be that next Tuesday we get a trailer and a blog post and all that. And then the Tuesday after will be the release. Or maybe it'll be 2 weeks away, I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely getting to a point where we'll want to be looking back at that and seeing how that's going. Also, just in terms of sorting things out and, you know, me checking the wiki for the dates and stuff on that, someone said on the previous episode that this playlist was out of order. Like, it was showing people the newest episodes first and the oldest episodes last, which isn't what you want for a long-form series. So what so I've actually finally swapped that around now. So the playlist should work better, and that should all be good. All right, I'm just going to throw us into the matchmaker now. I guess people have had time to join if they were going to. And feel free to keep logging in and ask for an invite. Just throw me a message or whatever if you guys want. Because this will probably take a little while for us to get in. It says 5 minutes, which isn't bad, actually. Jesus, it's pretty goddamn quick. And yeah, I'm going to play healing again. I'm really enjoying this. It's weird, because we've still kind of maybe going to do ninja. Of all the classes I played, Paladin's ended up quite low down, actually, now, hasn't it? And it's funny, because Paladin's the only one with a bit of a mechanic going on at the moment. Oh, no, I guess Bard kind of does. Kind of. I mean, it's barely a mechanic. It's a buff that I could accidentally overwrite with another buff. That's it. But White Mage, I don't have any lilies or anything. Yeah, Lancer we didn't really level. Rogue we haven't leveled too far yet. Well, we have. We've done pretty good with the leveling on Rogue, but we want to turn it into a ninja. Did I fix my gear? Oh, that's a good point. I could repair my gear, I guess. Let's run back on over, shall we? Hello, Maggie. Let's see what you got. Oh, Maggie won't actually fly for me here. Guess she doesn't want to. Weird. I don't have to unlock flying here. No, we were doing it before. I think on this side of the crystal gate, you're not allowed to fly, but on the other side you are, which is kind of weird, actually. I didn't really think about this, but FF14 usually it's like you can either fly on the whole map or on none of the map. It's very binary. But here we actually have a region of the map that you can or can't. Did I play Ninja since last time? The modules are very fun. No, I haven't touched it. I want to do it with you guys on the videos, you know. I don't want to just do it off screen. So there will be another bonus episode where we're doing Ninja. I think the truth is, guys, that I'm probably not going to do Ninja for a while. Ninja will fit in very, very, very well with the second expansion. So I'll definitely have it set up and ready to go for then. But, yeah, I might just put that on ice for now. Yugiri doesn't even have much left in the story right now, for reasons we'll go into very soon. I mean, we're very, very close to the end. My plan, really, is to do a bonus episode next time with the final 2 dungeons. Because there's 2 dungeons we didn't do for 2.5 just yet. And also a bunch of the Gold Saucer stuff we didn't get to yet. We've barely scratched the surface of the Gold Saucer. So 2 dungeons, min-eye level dungeons, fun. They're so cool. I really love doing those other ones min-eye level. And the Gold Saucer, that'll be the next episode. And after that, it's the finale. It's 2.55. And it's this quest right here. The Mask of Grief. And, well, those of you who know, you know what happens in that patch. It's pretty crazy. It's a very, very cool cliffhanger. For the end of ARR. And a big setup. And send off into the first X-Pack. So yeah, we're repaired now. That's good. I guess I'll just fly back to the tower. Is there anything I didn't really show you about this area? I don't know. This building here with the pointy roof thing and tilted to the side feels very Xanakin to me. You guys know what I mean? What else have we got here? Well, that giant structure over there is the raid story happening over there. Those are the coils. That's the shell of Dalamud you're looking at there, by the way. This is kind of amazing, right? The Crystal Tower, which once was energetically connected to the moon, and where the moon eventually crashed down, the artificial moon, Dalamud, crashed down. They're really close to one another. Look at that. It's very cool. And yeah, this is like the entrance to the raiding stuff here. Once you are in the middle of the quests. We're not actually in them yet. This place is very cool. Terra OST, please don't dismount. Oh, you mean with Maggie? Yeah, there's a really good song. I should show it to you guys. Let's see. You guys can't see right now, but I'm browsing the soundtrack. Okay, listen to this song. It's called The Rider's Boon. Ready? And this is for any generic ARR mount that is not a chocobo, or it doesn't have its own special song. Like Maggie has its own song. A lot of them have special songs. This is this. Yeah, I love this song. I have zero nostalgia for it because it plays so rarely. The way that the game works out is you don't really get mounts that give you that song too often. Like, you have to finish Beast Tribes and get some of those, and I don't know. In fact, the Beast Tribe ones might just play the Beast Tribe music. It's a song I have unlocked on some mounts on my main, but it takes a long time to get. I can only assume, though, that the players way back when in ARR, they heard this a lot, and they probably do get a lot of nostalgia for it. But yeah, this whole map's insane, you know, with Midgårdsholm there, the Agrius there, Dalamud's in one corner, the Crystal Tower's in the other, more donors here. There's so much shit right here in this map. It's just wild. And yeah, I would have loved to have shown you guys some screenshots of this place when it was just tents before it got built up. You always thought of this as the unicorn music? Oh, because you got the unicorn. And speaking of mounts, I can show you the prestige mount selling. It's like over here somewhere. Is it one of you guys? Maybe forge sales? Artifact equipment? I think artifact equipment is like the really good, the iconic like class gear that you get when you beat their storylines. Vintage stuff. And then even more vintage stuff there. Do you have anything for me? No? Someone like upstairs maybe? Oh no, here we go, the luxury trader. I think it's this lady. Right, so Rowena over there is kind of a huge character if you're doing the relic weapon crafting and stuff. Anyway, here, this luxury vendor. These are the, like, epic mounts. Look at this. 50 million gil. 50 million! For a single one of these! And look, you can see some people tried to flip them on the TP as well, which is mad. The Gilded Mikoshi Flute, the Magitech Avenger G1, or the Krimisomalos. I don't know what any of these really are. I think one of them is like you're on a golden throne being carried by a bunch of little creatures called Namazu. We have a Namazu emote, I think. I don't know whether it's here on YouTube. It was definitely on Twitch. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the Rider's Boon now. But yeah, I love that song. By the way, speaking of mounts and stuff, I do actually have a mail. I think it might be another refer a friend code. So let's go collect that. We might be able to get a new mount. I'm a little bit worried about the matchmaker right now because it said average wait time of 5 minutes, but we're at 8. It might be doing that thing. I mentioned this in a previous episode. It might be doing that thing where it's lying. It's actually going to take way longer. We haven't found any DPS yet. It's literally just us plus two more healers. And this is on Kraken. This should be a bit more populated, but it's us, basically. That's it. So yeah, a bit worrying, but we'll see. Okay, delivery Moogle over here. Look what we have here! A new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo. Thanks for participating in the FF14 Recruit a Friend campaign. Yes, nice. Thank you so much. Okay, that's 5 more golden feathers. Why do I only have 7? Oh, did we put some other ones in the saddlebag? No. We have 10 silver ones in the saddlebag. So hold on, does our Vieira bunny booby lady have, what's she called? Opie? Opie? Did she have some? Let's see. Let's go to a summoning bell and have a quick look. So weird to see this. She's got 1 million gil on her. Oh, well, she's got adventure done. There are places I'd rather be, and yet here I am. Be grateful. Oh, God. What did we make her mean? All right. How did your adventure go? Well, she leveled up. There you go. Congrats. And she got us some Alagon Bronze, some Wind Shards, and a bit of XP for herself. That was a level 1 Woodland Exploration. Does she get the Rotate buff as well? Is she getting boosted too? Alright, let's just send her back out to the woodlands. A less than stimulating task, but I will acquiesce. Apai has gained experience for completing a venture. Like you, your retainer can gain experience and levels. This in turn will allow your retainer to undertake a wider variety of ventures, yielding more desirable items. Moreover, equipping additional gear to your retainer will increase both the quantity and quality of the items procured. Okay, so, withdraw items. No, we never gave her anything. How come I only have 7? Is it because I spent... Oh, I guess it's because I spent a crap ton of them on the tandem chocobo. Yeah, I'm being a fool. Oh, it's weird we're still carrying that snail around. Do you guys remember? We grabbed this snail out of a tree ages ago. I feel like we need to keep this snail now in our inventory and never remove it. We should never get rid of it. We'll take it with us on all the adventures. It's gone through a Realm Reborn with us. We'll take it through Heaven's Ward. We'll take it through Stormblood, Shadowbringers. We'll take this to the final boss, whatever that might be, by the way, because I don't actually know what it is. And, of course, we have the irregular tombstones from that event going on. By the way, there's another event at the moment. It's the Fall Guys event. It's in the Gold Saucer, and I've never done it. Ever. So tune in on the next episode, where I would love to do that. It'd be really cool. What is the snail's name? Una or Tidus? God, I just said Tidus. Tidus. No. We can make it. We can pick a different name. A snail. What's a good name for a snail? Gary. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Look, we got the FF6 music again now. Major technical difficulties. Oh yeah, I'm worried about this, guys. What do we do? Do we give up? Oh, why is this so brutal? It's not that early in the day. I mean, really. What would I do without you guys? We'd have no one. There would be no one to join this. All I can assume... See, I thought that this would be shared. I guess it is shared. It's all of Dynamis, right? Instead of all of Aether. I never realised that this Let's Play has taught me there's real population imbalance. I had assumed there was a huge population on Oceanic, and there's really not. And now I find there's not even really much of a population on one of the American data centres. I've been living in luxury, guys. I just lucked into a good data centre before with Aether. Hey, John, thank you so much for the memberships. Thank you. I haven't been able to set a goal up today, so I've had absolutely no incentives for anyone to have any kind of donations or whatever. So thank you. That's amazing of you. And congratulations to anyone who got lucky with that. I think we were talking in Discord, by the way, guys, about, like, you might need to turn a certain setting on your YouTube channel in order to actually receive a gift membership. I think it will always dodge you if you don't have a certain setting on. You might it might be a privacy setting or something. I'm not sure exactly what. So yeah, just keep your eyes out for that, I guess. It's probably because you have a tank and they have way longer queues for alliance raids. Since only 3 out of 24 could be won. No. What alliance raids nearly always need are DPS. The queues get slowed down by DPS is very, very often. Like, Adventure in Need. Like, if I look at the roulette today... Right, the Adventure in Need for today is healers, actually. So, we want to fill in whatever the Adventure in Need is as much as possible. And we've done 4 out of the 6, which is very good. I would say that the more tanks and healers we spuds do, the better. I think that's the right thing, the right way to do it. Oh, YouTube prompts you to turn it on if you get a gift? Okay, that makes sense. You know, it really shocks me that this class still, as far as single target is concerned... Oh, wow, look, there's a rank there. The Leech King. Ooh. Oh, I can cleanse myself of stuff on this class. That won't attack me when I walk over to it, will it? Ah! Oh, my God. See, look at these. All these hunts have got, like, interesting models and stuff. Like, you don't fight these anywhere. It is properly gross, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Or cute, if I can see its eyes. Are they supposed to be its eyes up there? I don't think so. I think it has no eyes. Look, you can even see they've modelled little teeth in its mouth. Oh. Well, you could for a second. What was I saying? Kaizard says you queued as a healer. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, Are you one of the other two? Because we've got 2 in our party and then 2 over there as well. Ugh, I mean, look, the time has just gone up to 15 minutes. I probably should have figured out some, like, contingency or thing that we can meaningfully do during the queue. What might that be? Because, Christ, there's so much going on with this game. I mean, we could unlock the leaves of St. Coinix Fine. Oh, look, there's a sightseeing log in that tree. I haven't shown you guys leaves for ages. And this will be some of the last side questing we ever do, so it might be kind of cool. Oh my god, Sid's... Oh my god, look, they're just over here! Wow! Hello! Technology made the Alligans great, but so too did it prove to be their downfall. And now the Guardians are treading in their very footsteps, the bloody fools. It's true what they say, history repeats itself. While you're off purging Syrcus Tower of Nasties, Biggs and I will make a round of the labyrinth. Make certain that no funny business is going on inside. Nero? He wandered off to his own. He wandered off on his own a moment ago. Only the gods know what that bastard's scheming. If it were up to me, I'd lock him up and throw away the key into Silvertear Lake. I wonder if we can find him somewhere. I seriously doubt that that's possible. That's cool. That's some... I mean, how few players will have seen that dialogue? I mean, I guess anyone that gets stuck in queue, like us, would end up seeing that dialogue. Could we watch Mean Girls while I queue? I could give you an expanded Mean Girls review. Oh, I don't know if I could do that on the spot. Oh, another adventurous soul. Welcome to St. Coinix Find. I'm Kilyate of the Adventurers Guild. It's my responsibility as a leave meet to recruit hard-working, industrious men and women to fulfill the Guild's many contracts. Be advised that these contracts can be quite demanding, and we cannot afford to assign work to the unqualified. Many of my leaves would require you to travel far from the safety of this encampment. The creatures which roam Mordona are not to be trifled with, and I have no desire to send you to your doom. Therefore, I shall evaluate you based on your ability to complete a battlecraft leave. Oh, and you should know that I was selected for this post due to my military experience. Do not expect your trial to be an easy one. So it's called a Toad Less Taken. And she says, I must say, this is truly exciting stuff. A genuine adventure. Could the giant toad have been bred by Alligans in antiquity? Could these marvellous people have been engaging in, dare I say it, Nyx husbandry? Because remember, the toads are called Nyxes, or whatever, the giant frogs. There is only one way to find out. I shall need live giant toads. Do soften them up. I can't abide hopping. Look at this. This is just one leave. Out of what? There's probably like 6 to 10. And every camp in the game has these. Look, you get the tarot cards again. That's actually the tarot card that appeared in the first cutscene, isn't it? Pretty cool. Oh, God. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to click. There we go. We'll accept that. So hopefully this won't throw us out of the matchmaker. I should remind you that the client explicitly requested live specimens. It's essential that you do not slay the Nyxes. Once you've sufficiently weakened your quarry, cease your attacks and attempt to soothe it. However, you must take care when attempting to do so, for if the attempt fails, the beast may be driven into a frenzy for a time. Use the soothe emote. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Somebody is sending me a lot of messages here. WP, check party chat. We could try swapping to a more populated data center. Yeah, you didn't have to spam. I heard the first thing, but we were in the middle of dialogue. I didn't want to just drop it in the middle. We could try swapping to a more populated data center. Primal on Exodus is populated and not too difficult to get into. So you think that going to another data center is more likely to pop? All right, I'll tell you what. We'll do this leave me, and then I'll take your advice. We'll swap to... But why go to Primal? Why not just go to Aether? Can you not temp swap over there? Is it just not even possible? If we're gonna do a data center swap, I would say go to Aether, because Aether is... Like, I never experienced this on Aether. Oh, Mansecube, thank you very much. With 20 BGN for the years of entertainment, smiley face. Thank you very much. Listen, man, with people like... This is gonna sound stupid. But the fact that there are some people like you doing the odd donation here or there, hopefully it'll be many, many more to come. You know, viewership can keep going down and down until finally we hit on something good. But as long as people are, you know, funding and being enthusiastic and stuff, I would love to keep going with this. So thank you very, very, very much. That really means a lot. 8th is usually full. Even for miniature transfers, you mean? Because I'm not proposing we do full swap. I'm just saying to get there or whatever. Is there no distinction? I guess I'll see in a second. Here we go. So look, let me initiate this. Unable to execute command while participating in a cross the line. Oh, I can't even do the leave me. All right, screw it. Let's try this then. Since we've just waited 20 minutes. So I'm going to go log out. Oh, it's not even going to let me log out quickly because I'm not a town or whatever. So let's quickly pop into Mordona here. I wonder how close to the gate I have to be before I get the moon. It's right here. This is apparently in the sanctuary now already. Okay, so I'm going to go... Oh, not exit game. I'm going to go log out. And then we're going to go data center. I'm going to try Aether and just see what happens. Oh, no, wait. This isn't right. I need to hit start. Oh, wow. John, it's only 10 a.m. over here in the States, so US people might be lacking people. Yeah, I guess that's the case. We should have gone to EU. We should have put Tremor on EU. I knew it in my heart, but there were other reasons why I felt like I shouldn't. And see Winter with 20 bucks. That's good, WP. Your content makes many people happy. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're just in a weird place with it all at the moment right now. We're in a weird place. But, you know, I've got lots going on. Lots and lots and lots of stuff that I'm making. And, a lot more to come. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. My content's a great distraction from the reality of the past day or two. Well, we've talked about it a bit. All right, so here, I'm going to do visit another data center, select a world. If I say Aether... yeah, look, you can just guess to any of these. Guys, guess to Cactar. Guess to Aether Cactar. I'm sure we'll get a quick pop on Aether. Right, let's do that. This is... insane, man. We're hopping all over the place on this series. Yeah, I'll be transported to Cactar in the Aether Data Center in less than 1 minute. It's not going to take forever or anything. I really should get that plug-in to change this to the ARR title screen. The thing is, people gave me the advice about that, you know, a few episodes ago, and I was thinking we're right near the end. How many more times can we end up on the goddamn loading screen? There you go. I'm on Cactar. Let's all play on Cactar. This is where Macon is from, guys. Tremor will like it here. See, look, they're together. Oh, by the way, this is what Macon's looking like right now. It's because this is the low-level gear. That's Hrothgar's stuff, and the hat, I don't know where it's from. That's what it automatically put on for my rogue. You know, I had to do the rogue thing to get the rogue quest. I accidentally overwrote his warrior gear by doing that. I need to set that up again at some point. Cowboy kitty, yeah, I know. I was like, where'd I get this hat? But I mean, I like it. It's pretty cool. All right, so Aether will work today. So we've got to get in, and then we've got to try and reparty with the Spuds. And everyone's going to be in a very different state of, like, getting guested across, and we're all going to be in weird different bits of the queue and stuff. So we're probably going to have to at least earmark a few minutes to let people get in to the party. And then finally we'll rejoin the Alliance raid. And what I would recommend we do is we still nonetheless stay on our healers and tanks and stuff. So I'm going to open the party finder here now, nice and quick. And I'm just going to say Syrcus Tower, Spuds, recruit members. And look at this. See, look at all these. This is more like it. Activity. And again, though, you'll notice there it's like 18 plus NSFW. The Fox Hollow is now open. Come relax, have fun, make friends, love heart. Gilg Gob. Well, W11, P33. I don't know what that means. Plot 33, Ward 11. Goblet. Gilgamesh. That's a house, basically. That's a creepy house you can go to. All right, there we go. I'm going to sign us in to the Syrcus Tower. 3, 2, 1, go. And, yeah, we're back in Gridania because it puts us here by default. Yeah, and I will trust this 5 minutes a lot better now, immediately. And this will probably actually work. Yeah, it's funny. I always think of the Crystal Tower Raiders, you know, about the Crystal Tower. So I always think of Wing 1 as in the tower, but it's not. The Labyrinth of the Ancients. What the hell is the Labyrinth of the Ages? Why do I keep saying that? Is that a card or something? Is that a place? Is it in Guild Wars or something? Hello, I'm being messaged again. Stream goal, go to an RP venue? Oh, I would so do that. It's broken though. Oh, this guy was late. He wants a party invite. Here we go. And it's kicked us out, but then we can rejoin. Brilliant. Oh my god, it said average wait time 30 minutes there for a second, but then it flicked back down. Yeah, you know, it's weird enough people doing that. What's the phrase? What's like the I'm not gonna yuck your yum or whatever it is that they say. But it's weird enough to do that, let alone like first thing in the morning on a weekday. Someone else is trying to join. Who else is trying to join? Okay. Well, yeah, anyone can whisper. If someone whispers me. Or is someone sounding to me in game? No? Yeah, I could show you guys a more populated Gridania, I guess. Oh, she's transferring? Okay, fair enough. I can show you what it looks like in the trading area now. When there's genuinely a lot of players around. By the way, the itinerant Moogle, I have some of these Moogle stones. These irregular tombstones. What do they trade for them now? Jesus Christ, it costs a lot. I can get a wind-up Numo, but I can't preview it. There is a simple tweak for like previewing, but it's kind of buggy and it doesn't look too good. Armadillo Bowler, a minion, possessed of a superior sense of balance. Oh, Cactar's full. Oh, shit. Wow, so we couldn't all swap over, just most of us? I'm sorry, I don't know. Look, I thought Guild Wars was bad. This is pretty bad. There's an orchestrion role here. I really am sorry if anybody couldn't play with us there. Oh, let's see, we got the pop. Oh, I feel so bad about that because, listen, I am so appreciative of anyone who fucking gets in game and wants to play. Honestly, people who are actually in here playing in game, I'm so appreciative of that. I feel terrible that some people are getting locked out. I'm really sorry about that. Here, look, see the Novice Network is also posting like ranks, hunts and things. So there's an S rank in Lower Lenosia. Well, here we go, guys. We're in now. A lot of faffing about. Hopefully that just builds it up a bit more. I love the music in this place. It's very cool. Oh, the Temple of the Ages from Guild Wars? Yeah, maybe. That might be what I was thinking of. Yeah, these opening cutscenes are always good. Everyone's always saying hello in chat as it's going on. So right now, you can only say hello to your party. But once this is over, you'll be able to say hello to your alliance. See, we're not technically in the alliance yet. It's really weird. See, these people are just saying hello. Akai will queue by herself. I feel bad about that. I'm really sorry about that. See, this guy's still watching a cutscene, I guess, because he's in a different language, maybe. Probably got to turn that down a bit. Sorry, guys. But it's only now. There you go. Now I can say hello to the alliance. Such spaghetti. But yeah, okay, look, guys. Breathe this in. See this environment here? That's the door. And you got the waterfall thingies, and you got this. There is a dungeon later in the game that is exactly here. Exactly in this position, but and you come up this staircase, but instead of going all the way up, which is what we're doing today, the dungeon has you like open that door or something, I think, and you end up going downstairs. It's fucking awesome. It's really cool. And if I ever roll that dungeon, I'm always really weirded out because I'm like, hold on, this is the tower, but it's different. The lighting's weird, and I'm like, oh shit, it's the other version. Right, I'm already missing fights here. Let's get over. Come on, Tremor. Oh, we got to put our visuals back on. So there you go. This is the first arena. I have to teleport through. Not allowed through that barrier. Oh god, not that one. Character config. Oh, It's not a UI setting, obviously. Oh, I don't know. Look, there were some dragons. Oh, I'll tell you what. I think I can fix it just with my hotkeys, actually. Hey, we're getting potent. Actually, I missed that. Yeah, the vibe in here is awesome. I love this place. Considering LOTA was yesterday, your amazed Syrcus is 100 plus minutes. Yeah, we were okay, weren't we, in the last part? Doing the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Still messing that up. In the middle of a conversation about talking about messing up. Yeah, I've got to say, guys, when I was, like, dreaming of bringing this Let's Play back and stuff, I was doing a lot of roulettes just like this, and I was always so excited thinking about the moment that I'd show some of this off to you guys. So yeah, this creature here is called Scylla. It's got like multiple heads. Can I slide cast my way all the way along, do you think? It's really weird. It's like a woman with many paws low down and like many heads. I think it's also in a lot of Final Fantasies. But look, in Alliance Raid, look at all the debuffs here. So many of them. And, you know, I have this set up, all the UI set up that it won't clip into the side and stuff. Turns out, making a good UI and keybinding setup for this game that works for the small scale stuff and the big scale is really, really tricky. But yeah, the fight here is, you see these people dragging these orbs? They like power these towers up? And I don't know what that does, actually, powering all the towers up very well. But there's different colors. So there's the purple ones to power the towers up. There's these icy ones. Look at this player here running away from this icy one. When the icy one hits someone, it freezes them, like so. And now I have a fire one, and I can drag the fire one over to free the frozen player, right? So if anyone's ever frozen, you can drag an orb over to them to release them. What that also does is create this water on the floor that I'm standing next to. You see Scylla is casting Ancient Flare. That will one-shot us all like Ecliptic Meteor. Unless you stand in water. If you're in the water, you're safe. So yeah, and I don't know what the lightning pillar things do. This is content that we didn't get to min-eye level even 2 years ago on Twitch, so at least I don't think. Well, did we? I don't know. Is it possible in that 1 9-hour thing? Look at this, by the way. This is all really good gear. But yeah, up we go. And we just keep spiraling higher and higher and higher. It's really cool. I love this place. Archerons. This is probably a holy moment, right? Lots of AoE that I can do here. Or not, I guess. Oh, I am casting it, but I've got all my animations disabled. So then there's the green dragon. I think this is the same thing we saw in Brayflox's Longstop. But we just fight it in the Alliance Raid here now. Yeah, I almost don't want to participate in the combat. I just want to, like, idle cam. There is a thing called the duty recorder in this game. Which will... It's a native thing in the game that records instances and duties, and then you can replay at your own speed, and you can set the camera up however you like. If you guys have ever played Halo 3, the theater mode in Halo 3, and the theater mode in all the subsequent Halos as well, to be honest, but it started in 3. It's just like theater, but for Final Fantasy. And it's interesting, it was a feature that got added around 2016-17 or something, and you can read a bunch of people raging about it. because they've always had a very hardline stance about like DPS meters and stuff in this game. They don't want people being toxic to one another. They don't want people like monitoring each other's performance too much. That's always been the hardline comment that they've made. And then they came out with this like native theater mode thing, and there was a huge amount of conversation in this game's community about how that would be terrible or not terrible, and so on and so on and so on. Anyway, it was a lot of like data for them to carry. And in the end, they just cancelled it. They quietly sunset the feature, and you can't really access it anymore. With the caveat that with a plugin, you can. So you can actually still mess with the theater mode, and it's fucking cool. You see like the names of enemy abilities and stuff that you wouldn't normally see the cast. You can like put the camera on the boss as though you're playing as the boss. Oh, it's really cool to spectate and watch, and I think it would be very cool for the Alliance raid as well, to be honest. But yeah, it's got kind of this weird, interesting history, and it's sort of an empty... There's like all this UI in the game for it, like it will tell you on the UI, you are being recorded on the duty recorder and stuff. That's my understanding of it, anyway. So this boss, by the way, is the poster child for power creep. The Glacier Labolos. You've got these clock-rights. In the min-eye level, you have to jump out onto these side platforms and teleport and bounce around and jump along. I think we did do this min-eye level, guys, because we did this mechanic. Check out my Twitch playthrough. There's one 9-hour-long episode that's got this. And there's like a whole other mechanic where you have to run away from the middle and stuff. But that boss dies so quick now, you never see it. This is the most horrendously power creep stuff in the entire thing. You know, and again, I will compliment this game over and over with its beautiful handling of evergreen content. I think is excellent. But here we're in the pits. Really, it's quite badly done. It's every bit as bad as, you know, if you raid in Guild Wars 2 these days, if you go back to like the first 4 wings, and remember, there's barely any wings in that game. Let's be honest, there's barely any content to play. But wing 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of them are just power creep to shit. The only reason that some of the other ones aren't quite so steamroll, face roll, is because they ask you for a lot of rolls, and they're basically just a nightmare to pug. But in terms of the actual numbers and stuff, Guild Wars is completely broken. And it is a desperate shame, considering it's a game built on the idea of only being level 80 and no rat race and all that shit. So this is a bit like playing, you know, Spirit Vale in Guild Wars, modern Guild Wars. It's pretty crap. But you do have the option of min-eye leveling this, if you have the community for it. You can make the argument that in Guild Wars you could go in only greens if you have the community for it. But I feel like it's a whole other step removed, because it's not really a feature, is it? I don't know if you get inflated rewards in Alliance raids from min-eye level. Maybe I'm being too unfair on that side of Guild Wars. There's my sitting pro Guild Wars 2 bias coming through again. Anyway, check it out. This boss, Amon. Look, it's the technologist that brought Zande back to life. He's the next boss. Pretty cool, right? And I feel like I have to spam stone. But look, we've got our tanks in front. He's very cool. I love his outfit. He looks amazing, like a sort of magician. Not a magician. He's like a bull. What do they call him? Oh yeah, there's these guys, these mobs, these cum-cums. I love these. People always joke about their names. They're like, I thought this was a PG-13 game. Why is there a cum-cum? Yeah, I don't know. There's no other way we can pronounce that, right? Cum-cum? Let's just hide the idea of it being a dirty-sounding name as best as we can. Yeah, cum-cums. I don't know why they're called that. I'm sure if I wikied it, I'd find out it's got like this rich, interesting heritage. Oh my god, I've got an orb chasing me here. Oh, I've been miniaturized. Oh my god. Mini. This is cool. Minimum. This appears in a lot of the other Final Fantasies. I suppose it's cool that the technologist clone guy changes our bodies throughout the fights. So he's using curtain call here again. And so this is like ecliptic meteor. Here we don't want to melt the ice things. We want to keep them here. There's a player stuck within that block, and you need to hide behind it, just like with ecliptic meteor with Behemoth. Is it muck muck backwards? Well, so what if it's muck muck backwards? Why would what meaning is there to that? Anyway, I love the visuals in this room. It's like a theatre, you know. Look at this. Look at this fucking massive room here. These are like box views, you know. We're on the stage. Anyway, so Amon died, and he said, Your Majesty, danger approaches. And look, he's talking about, that will do for the opening act. Let the curtains rise for the main attraction. All right, here we go. And here's the final boss. This is it. We're at the top of the tower. There's actually a lot of story that happens here, but we won't see it for many expansions. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Matador, that was the word, yeah. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed, and all shall be under my reign. I'm actually guessing that that's how that sentence ended. Let's see. Oh, it's not printed, unfortunately. That's a shame. All right. And look at this. Everybody politely waiting to start the boss so that the noobs watching the cutscenes can get in, i.e. me. Oh, they even did a ready check. So yeah, this is the top of the tower. Look at it. Well, not really the full top, actually. This place is cool, though. And there's Zande. He's a bit comical as a villain, right? I feel like they could have done a bit more with him. Oh, here we go. We got a moment here. Ready? Now, the question is, what manner of drink was that? Ooh, I don't know. It was a Sprite. Dude, I've done 0 healing in this as well. I've done nothing but put arrow and spam stone. Couple of holies. I literally don't think I've pressed Medica 2 or Medica yet. There we go. And we don't even really have to. Be gone, vermin. So he does a couple of things. That was Ancient Quake. It's a raid wide. Here, he's going to drop a bunch of... like, we need to stand in each area. I thought he was going to drop meteors, but I guess not. Use the big ability, Knuckle Press. Right, every now and then he teleports away. And he goes back to his throne. Mine is the power of darkness. Even the stars will bend to my will. So he blacks out the night sky, the light. And then he's got these stonefall circles. And I'm pretty sure these are like meteors falling. Yes. If you look up, see? Including a giant one. This is basically just like Ifrit with the nails. Look, you got the thunder in the background and stuff, which you can hear if you set the audio balance up right. And it's all just so power crept, isn't it? Look, the mechanic's just over almost instantly. This is a really cool mechanic here that you control in some hilarious ways. But basically, he throws... Everyone groups up there, and now we're floating on these gravitational platforms. So he follows it up with Ancient Quagga, which is a one-shot unless you're in the sky. So basically what he does there is he saves you all from his subsequent attack. But if you are lucky enough to get it on you, you can run it like really far away. And it's just funny. As a tank, it will one-shot you. But if you have food on, and if you give yourself a little bit of barrier, you can survive. So you can just sort of sit and tank the attack, which I always find quite fun to do. Just for the novelty of it. Sometimes you get rescued away. In fact, I could be looking out to rescue people. It feels like Alliance raids are where you get to do most rescuing as a casual player. By the way, when I do Medica 2, yeah, it's just party members. It's not the other alliances. I was going to say that would get OP in a hurry. Here, look, I got one of them. So, like... Oh, I'm probably going to die, actually. I did die. Oh, I'm so used to being a tank. I'm sorry, Tremor. Because obviously we have to group together. Well, I placed it on the edge. Oh, that's what I get for being a clown. Alright, well, there you go. Anyway, so he did it twice, and that's it. He's dead. He managed to kill me. I was probably the only death in the entire goddamn thing. Tesco branded Sprite? No, it's not Tesco. It's just Sprite. Tesco's own Sprite. I'm sure they would just call that fizzy lemon. Or no, they wouldn't give it an interesting name. They would just call it lemonade, surely. What was that one of you guys said? Don't worry, WPI died too. Oh, nice. Look at this, by the way. So in an alliance raid, you get 3 coffers, 1 for each thing. Nobody opened the chest in A, and we only just opened the one in B. Yeah, there's a mini wind up Onion Knight. This is from what's the first one the Onion Knight's from? It's not 1, is it? Why do I feel like it's 1? But I don't feel like it is. Anyway, oh yeah, and I'm always impressed with this with the alliance raids. They always have like all this unique gear. In fact, the hat, Amon's hat, looks amazing. I would love to wear... Oh, I didn't mean to just zoom in on Tremor's package there. I would love to wear like just a full set of, you know, each alliance raid stuff. But it takes a long time to roll for it all. I don't know whether it's all on the market board. Maybe it is. No, see, it's all market prohibited. So you actually do have to roll for this stuff and spend a long time working on it. These are actually slightly better than my tombstone stuff. Look at that, all my glass stuff, see? Silla's Gloves of Healing. But yeah, there you go, guys. So, that's the end of the story. Look, we defeated Xande. We've climbed the entire tower. Where possibly can it go? Well, let us see. I would sort of wish I toured the top of that tower a bit more, a bit better for you guys there. Because it is damn cool up there. Well, look, we get the cutscenes. It was 3, okay. So is this a big 3 reference, a lot of this? Is 3 where the labyrinth is from and the fangs and all of that? Uh-oh, what was that? Graha's here. He says, Tremor. You did it! He looks so cool with his eyes there. You defeated Emperor Xande! Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Tremor. With Emperor Xande now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Oh, look, Nero's in his, like, good clothes again. Look at that. He's in his armor. It's rusted and broken. It's not looking very good. What are you playing at now, Nero? Look at this. This is so cool. This is his ARR stuff. In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. He's not looking happy. There are 2 ways that we may seal off the Syrcus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. By the way, I don't remember us fighting a bunch of their clones. Is that just because I was late to the arenas and I missed them? They were small trash. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. Task? What task? You never mentioned to me a task. What are you doing? What is this weird rip in reality? This doesn't look good. What is this about him worshipping darkness? I guess there'll be a 3rd wing after all, guys. That distortion, what is it? The power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the void. The world of darkness, our people called it. Okay, let me just pause real quick. We got some PowerPoint presentations from Moonbreeder. May she rest in peace. Where we heard that there was, like, the life... When you die, your Aether returns to the life stream, but there's, like, a place in between here and the life stream. Like a nothingness kind of reality, and that's where the Ascians like to hang out. And you might think that that's the void or the world of darkness. It's not. The world of darkness is a separate thing. And we read about this with the 5th era. Remember, we read about Maki worshipping this. This is a place of demons and like many different layers of like hell or like demonic influence. You know, there are like the 12 rungs or the 14 rungs or whatever. So, the Allagans knew about this place, just as the Maquis eventually would come to know about it. The World of Darkness, our people called it. And you might be thinking, well, oh god, there's lots of different dimensions and things. How do they line up? Well, with the case of the World of Darkness, the story does end up explaining very clearly and very nicely how it all lines up. Hey guys, look in the background here. You can kind of see a weird sort of texture, like a... You can tell that this is a painting almost back there, you know. Anyway. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Yeah, see, the World of Darkness is where the Voidsent come from. Yeah, here we go. Zande, Unia, Doga, Noah, the Tower, the Labyrinth, the Barriers, the World of Darkness, the Clones, COD, they're all from FF3. Oh, the Cloud of Darkness? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, look, so this is an FF3 homage. So there's a big 3 thing. There's a big 8 thing. There's a big 9 thing. There's a big 12 thing. Where's my 10 thing? Alright. 1 dungeon boss. It's not enough. Alright, and 1 raid fight. The Eden fight. It's not enough, Square. Come on. Give me more. Give me a cool, like, you know, Polynesian environment. Give me Kilika and Besaid or something. I don't know. And a Cloister of Trials. That's not good enough, is it? What would I want? Xanakin, maybe? Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. So these are demons from a world, and they really want Aether. They're a bit like primals, tempered. In exchange for their allegiance, Zande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect, even though he's dead. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Unai and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Zande sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. Wait. It is time. By some kind of sacrifice? Or just a little cut? Look at Nero back there, scanning, slinking around. Yes, Doga, finally, we may fulfill our purpose. I'm going to remove the depth of field from these cutscenes at some point, because when they get really good with the cutscenes and there's always fun shit going on in the background, I want us to see it clearly. Oh. Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the ultimate weapon compares to this. Yeah, that's what he said, remember, in the cliffhanger? What are you going on about? Oh god, Nero gonna throw a spanner in the works here.
The Covenant is everlasting.
That's a good demon voice, right, guys? That's a good demon voice. Oh shit, they've been possessed. They look like Drow now. Oh my god, there's loads of them, and they can all teleport. Remember Zande could teleport? And they got the glowing red eyes. You know, one of the things I was really happy with the Minecraft modding I was doing a few weeks ago was getting like emissive textures working on like the zombies and the skeletons and stuff and making their eyes glow in the dark. Oh shit, we're getting an echo flashback. And so, Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. He looks almost bored. Mericidia is the land to the south, the land of dragons. And yet, with every dream that becomes a reality, the memory of death grows even more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Oh, so he has some regrets. Wait, let me read that again. With every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid. Oh, okay. All right. No, look, guys. I interpreted that as he was, like, regretful of all the killing he had committed in conquering all these other places, but it's not that. It's that he's Xande too, and he's reflecting on the fact that he had died, and now he's back. And now that he's back, he's scared of death. He's basically become Voldemort at this point. He's on a massive quest to keep himself alive. So they really did transfer his consciousness. And so here's what he describes the experience of death as. An endless void bereft of light and warmth. And he says, though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. So the cloning process wasn't perfect. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. And he says, beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. So these clones have no will because Unai and Doga have been put in these other two. So they're essentially just automatons. They're like mammoths, I guess. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably consigned to nothingness? If a man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the... What's the cloud of darkness? We haven't heard of this. And engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. So this is awful, really, to me. FF always does this. They always have these tropey villains that are just nihilists, you know. I don't know, is it an FF thing? Is it an anime thing? Or just like a Japanese storytelling thing? I don't know, but I'm so bored of this archetype. Nice, Graha. So we can see here that back in the day, Xande, he became very nihilistic after his experience with death. He got mad, and he opened the gate fully in order to let the Void Scent come out. And is that what caused the earthquake? Is that what we're saying? I don't know. Graha says, Tremor, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Ah! Not now, damn it! Wait, what happened to him? Oh, he's got his headache thing again. Damn, Sid! Not bad. Oof. You wanted Nullfire on there, bro. Hey, look, Nero's getting into the action. He's helping us out. Yeah. Oh, so Sid took out 2, Nero took out 3. They're counting Legolas and Gimli style. Let's turn this up a bit. Nero! Were they a part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. The whole soundtrack of this storyline is wild. Something controls them. A void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Doga! Ah! Confound it! Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Nero, what are you doing? Oh my god! Dude, the fight choreography is really good. Oh my god, look, he's kind of saving these guys, but for all the wrong reasons. He considers the Void to be more powerful than the ultimate weapon, by the way, there. Nero! Oh, and off he goes.
The Covenant shall be honored.
I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Okay, the cloud of darkness is like the ultimate void scent. It's like the top tier void scent. Oh, and Graha's headache's cleared out. Damn it, the rift's gone. What are we supposed to do now? Look, so Nero has basically pulled a Cormier here. As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros. I love how this is always worming its way back to Rambros. Just because he's basically the quest giver. Even though in the actual plot he's doing very little. Like, he's not here for any of these events. Oh my god. So yeah, we're now completing the quest. So that is, like I say, this whole episode, guys, this whole episode of the Let's Play is basically just 2 quests. We've just done one of them. Look at that, that's 2 hours, 20 minutes for 1 quest. I think that's now the record of the longest one, isn't it? I think so. Hey, get raid. Thank you, dude. Oh my god. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. You don't think that Graha has the echo? No, I don't think he does either. As far as I remember, he doesn't. I don't know. He's weird. What does he has? He has something. I mean, the echo's giving us headaches and connections to other people. He seems to be getting them. We'll just have to play it along and see what that's all about. Thank you very much for those membership gifts, man. I feel like you guys are being so generous. Everyone's gonna goddamn end up with one. I guess the thing is, it's just like a Twitch sub, right? They're always expiring, so unless people choose to continue them. All this happened within the tower? Oh, we've recapped that real quick. God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this, I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. 'Twould seem that Zande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. If it's a cloud... Oh, I'm thinking too literal and physical about it. I was going to say, Cont, it's amorphous, right? It can just sort of squeeze through. It's vapor. No, come on. It's magical gateway with a magical entity and magical limitations. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. Yeah, we struggled enough with Diabolos. Diabolos is a lower rank than this thing. And my god, Diabolos was hard. Diabolos has killed Tremor more than anything else in the game so far. And that's kind of cool. Actually, no, there's a lie, isn't it? Titan killed him more. However dreadful that may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though Void Scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the Void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, says Graha. I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Unai. We don't even know if there's breathable air over there or anything. He says we share the same eye. 'Tis true, but that's not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission. A mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, so it has been that long. We cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since you met with Unai and Doga, you've not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I cannot honestly say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me the truth of our eye rests with Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. He's nice, isn't he? I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Una and Doga. I, and that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain he won't make any more mischief. And you never know, he might come in handy for us eventually. Dude, what they do with him later in the story at the end of Heaven's Ward is cool. You have the right of it, though we have known them but briefly. Doga and Una are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts and literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. And you can explore the whole tower now. Yet know that it may be a while before we're ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with a void, one cannot be cautious enough. As long as the door didn't close again behind us, which I'm sure it didn't. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Tremor. Mark my words. All right. Okay, now the quest is done. 2 hours, 24 minutes. His eye wouldn't be red if he stopped rubbing it like that. Oh, what a comedian. I like that. That's a good point. All right, here we go. So the name of this episode and the thumbnail I have called The World of Darkness. That is the name of the third and final quest and the third and final wing. Yeah, we've explored the labyrinth. We've explored the tower. What's the end? Well, you can guess. It's in the World of Darkness. Rambrose has a furrowed look. So this is now 2.5. Which, of course, is the patch where Moonbreeder died and all of that. We are a year and a half on from where this all started at this point. Ah, Tremor. It is good you're come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, Norfoot and I, Doga and Nero, imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Oh dear. Think back upon our last foray into the Syrcus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its slumber and awoke Emperor Zande. But you, Tremor, you ensured that he was laid to rest permanently. I did. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with a terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Dogran and I laboured to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah's devoted itself to rescuing Unai, Doga and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Zande's orders, and it collects energy to open up another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Unai and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with royal blood of Alec. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious. According to the Allegan tombstone Nero presented us, during the golden age of Alec, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. I wonder when they did that. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the tower. I see. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the tower and annul the covenant. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then what of the energy building in the tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. Sorry, let me reread that. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall behind the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all of our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can go through it. We can use Syrcus's power for our own purposes, create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Tremor's just immediately like, yeah, let's do it! Even though, you know, he has no idea what he's getting in for. Alright, have a good day, John. Thank you again. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturges Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. Hello, Sid. Yeah, Tremor just nods his way through. I should watch that movie! Yes, man. We mentioned it. Tremor, just the man we need. Yes, as our fellowship is indeed complete and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavours? Quite well, the device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Syrcus Tower took nearly every ounce of ingenuity that Ironworks has got, but should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift, and I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides, and do hurry, Tremor. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? I guess not. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the tower? Okay. Right, that intro quest there was a whole lot of talking, just recapping what we know. But again, you kind of have to imagine that we waited 6 months for it. Time is of the essence, my friend. We must go to the 8 Sentinels. It's funny, the green here is sort of putting me off a little bit, but that's obviously just the leave. Okay, I heard the chimes that people were talking. Oh, someone has to go take their dog for a walk. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, if anybody's just stumbled upon the episode and wants to come join us in game, you're more than welcome to. And just to clarify, there's plenty more co-op opportunities coming up. If you don't play the game right now, all of this is still free. We'll be doing a little break once we get to the end, so there's plenty of time to catch up. This series, even though it's like 16 episodes long, you know, when you're playing it on your own, when you're not voice acting it all, it's all a bit quicker. Tremor, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Syrcus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's over there seeing the whole operation. Oh, damn it, I wanted to speak to Biggs. Not just Wedge. Oh my god, we're here already. Oh, it's so pretty up here, you know. Something about the gold and blue. Oh, look at all the guys here experimenting. They've all come on in. This is cool, because I like to imagine there are a lot of researchers and archaeologists and stuff in this area now, but we don't really see them much on screen. Here we get a little taste of it. Rambro sounds like a sussy website. Oh, God. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Xande's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alag's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Alagan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our own history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Xande and his ambition. There were those who tried. Xande's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alag. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. Remember there's this thing that there's always like warriors of light right before a calamity? But all this had merely hastened their destruction. Just as they moved towards Alag's heart for the kill, Xande lashed out in anger and in frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xande desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power, held within Dalamud, to be emptied into Syrcus Tower at once. Look at this. All that power all at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Syrcus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth calamity. I'd heard of its cause from Unai and Dogar. I had no idea that rebellion incited Xande to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Alagan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. ... Ooh. Consciousness transferal? Yes? Ah, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring up to open the Void Gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. Oh my god! So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. This is insane. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. Maybe he's a half clone or something. It's a good idea. It's a good thought. Get Reed says, any FF9 veterans watching? I'm wondering if there are any interesting references to 9 in this one. In this game, there is... Okay, so what we're playing right now is an Alliance raid. There's another one for the base game, this is. The first expansion is called Heaven's Ward, and it has an Alliance raid after it. Same format, same idea. 3 patches, 3 wings, big story all around it. That's a 9 thing. Wait, no. Yes? Yeah, no, I'm right. That's 9. And it's a huge 9 thing, like really big. So if you're looking for 9 reference and stuff, they go very, very heavy on it on that. And you would probably enjoy it. I love it as well. It's actually one of my favorites, but not even because it's 9. Which is a game I haven't played. I don't know, maybe other people in chat can answer? I hate to see someone ask a question in chat to the rest of chat and not really get much of a response, because I don't know all the answers, so yeah. Especially if they just gave out some subs. Dawn Trail has a lot of 9 references, there you go, apparently. The current X-Pac. I didn't know that. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs! There it is, there's the gate. Ah, a rift to the world of darkness, as Unai called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. I love how there's all this water up here. We can't break out the mead just yet. The tough part's imagine pumping all this water all the way up here. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the gate stays open. Oh, how brave of you, Sid. How not cowardly at all. As will the sons of St. Koinek. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Tremor. Go on, you go into the mysterious place. My friend, 'tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of the world now rests on your shoulders. Yay! Okay, I'll do it. I'll do anything and everything. That's what people like to hear. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you'll succeed. It'll be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you're prepared before leaving.
I'll do anything and everything.
That's Tremor's voice now. You okay, Graha? You coming with me? Might I have a moment of your time? There is a matter of import we must needs discuss ere you leave. Okay. What data center am I on? Yeah, it's Aether today. If you want to play, you're joining at a good time. Oh god, and now we're back downstairs again. You know, they really should have just created a mini lobby area up at the top of the tower. Look at how tall it is and how cool it is. There's a point where you see this thing later that blew Kerry's mind and she absolutely loved it. He's just staring up there, hand on his hip. Tremor, I wished only to speak to you... Sorry, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you're no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allagan royalty. Long have I pondered why it is such as my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have been some bearing upon my destiny. That much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow, meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I'm consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. This is cool. I forgot about all this. Themes of memory, eh, guys? And my father's words echo in my mind. The self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Alag. But mayhap what I wish to remember, and these words are related. Mayhap not, but I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. And Tremor says, sure. So does he actually come as an ally with us? Is he like wandering around in the Alliance raid? You have my thanks, friend. Now let's venture into the world of darkness, save our comrades and our realm. Does he? I don't remember if he's actually in there. Does he just stand at the start waiting for you to clear everything out? I swear he's not in there. If you've prepared yourself, let us waste no time in rescuing our comrades from the darkness. Okay, I'm going to put up the party finder real quick just in case. I don't know how high the chances are. But maybe someone... So here, I've put the party finder up for the world of darkness. I don't know if you guys want to join. It says Spud. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. I'll read the description. And then we'll go. There you go. Somebody did want to join. In the twilight of his reign, the first and last emperor of Alag, Xande, desired power above all else. He turned to the table. He turned to the terrible being known as the Cloud of Darkness. I think what it is I'm just very lazy now. You know, I skim ahead and I get the gist and I just roll with it. You kind of have to read fluently to a certain extent, but I'm so like lackadaisical about it now. He turned to the terrible being known as the Cloud of Darkness, a ruler of the void. Interesting they say a ruler, not the ruler, by the way. Because in Encyclopedia Eorzea, I'm pretty sure they list the Cloud of Darkness as the bigwig. And asked of her strength to make the world kneel before his throne with a covenant of blood. So basically he consorted with a demon. A big demon. When Xande was slain, his ambitions were laid to rest alongside him, yet the Cloud of Darkness still seeks to enter the material realm, and will soon find passage through the Void Gate set to manifest within the Syrcus Tower. With the fiends coming, can the Fellowship of Noah brave the Void, and rescue the three souls able to stem the cloud's flood of shadows, or will the expedition itself vanish beyond the rift in the world of darkness? Alright, cool stuff. Let's load on in. Lots of people typing. It's good to see you guys. I like seeing the repeat faces and repeat names as we go through here. Very cool. So it's saying average wait time less than 5 minutes again. I wonder if we can speak with anyone else around. Presumably they're all up by the portal. You know, around there somewhere anyway. What was this? Was that the one stream where you fought Rama? I've seen that stream. You remember Rama from 9. Rama's in a bunch of them. Rama's in 7. What's the first one I knew Rama from? I think 7. There's not really a Rama in 10. I don't know why, but they kind of went with a totally new thing in 10. Quite often they dip new things in. So as far as I know, Ixion, the Thunder Horse, that was the first time it ever appeared in 10. 12 and all the tactics stuff was just crazy. Actually, do you know what I'm really curious about, guys? In 11, do they do the big summons? Is there an Ifrit in 11? And what is Ifrit in 11 if he's there? Ifrit, Bahamut. Okay, let's say Bahamut, actually. Bahamut is like the iconic, you know. What is Bahamut in 11? I'm sure he must be in it. And I would assume they're kind of like summons. I don't know. Alright, anyway, here we go. The World of Darkness. and add its head to the Cloud of Darkness. So I guess the Cloud of Darkness is a big boss in 3. Bahamut is in 11 for sure. I also wonder, if I just looked up 11 on YouTube, would I see like CGI trailers for it on the level of these 14 ones? You guys still don't get it if you're just playing. If your only exposure to this game is this Let's Play so far, you won't have seen yet how fucking cool the cutscenes are, because we've only really had the ARR ones. But trust me, when we get to the Heavens World one soon, and you see, oh my god, so good. Anyway, I wonder if 11 is similar. Might want to learn when I play it. Well, I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon, so I'm sure it won't spoil it. If years ago, you know, I had learned. I like the music here. I got quite a few anecdotes about this place. I get a bit of nostalgia from this. So yeah, we can breathe here. We can survive here. And look, there's Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, in this part of the country, localized entirely within this kitchen. Can we see it? Sure, it's right there. So off we go. So yeah, the teleporters this time called wormhole generators. And so this is like, you might be wondering to yourself, what the hell is this place? Is it just generic fantasy, voodoo-y, weird realm that we don't have to think much about? No, actually, there's a lot of lore about this place and why it's like this and everything. So just have fun with it and wonder for now, I guess. And we'll see what the story tells us. So you start off with these fights, the Garms, just like Air's pet Garm, yeah. Ooh. You can actually wipe here at the start, even with all the power creep of the years. One of the reasons for that is these Garms, these Griffins, they use a giant like blizzard attack that freezes everyone, like hard stuns everyone for like 20 seconds, and you're supposed to interject it. And if nobody interjects them, and sometimes that happens, I know we have 24 players, but sometimes that happens, you just get absolutely annihilated. And actually, you really can wipe right there at the start of the World of Darkness. I'm sure in Min-Eye level it's even harder. I don't think I've ever done this bit in Min-Eye level. And then, yeah, more spawns. Probably, I guess, should be holying. Or maybe rezzing and healing. Here, let's res that guy. Oh, he'd already been res. Shit. Alliance C is struggling a little bit here. Yeah, I might have to pay a bit more attention and actually heal. Here, let's just make sure we have Medica on. Somebody gave some really good advice that I could put remaining durations on the party thing so that I can see when the Medica's going to run out. But, yeah. And yeah, basically we're going to be traveling around like weird islands of reality. Our ultimate goal, I'm not sure what we see yet. Okay, I spy with my great eye. Angramenu. So Angramenu, oh my god, it's really weird. I have spent so long thinking about this, and here I am. Angramenu, you guys will recognize if you watch my 10 series, or 10-2 rather. The 10-2 super boss in the desert, do you guys remember, was this Angramenu? Except it was a giant machina in that game. And so in this game, it's one of the fly eyes. It looks very cool. You generally don't want to stand in front of it. So here it's using level 100. It's going to kill me. Did I die? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It uses these level 100 abilities where like you get tethered to another player and you have to run away or something. It does this ability with this giant cone. And it's going to keep spinning, and then it's going to randomly stop and just blow everyone up in the cone that it lands on. And you might be like, well, how do we survive? Well, there's these extra adds, these hourglasses. And every hourglass you kill slows the animation down. So as long as you kill some hourglasses, you're fine. You really don't have to worry about anything, because you get, like, so much time to move. Also, this mechanic's way harder when you're far away, right? Because if it lands on you, it's going to be really difficult to sprint out. But if you're right next to the boss, it's so easy to avoid. It doesn't matter where it ends. You just slightly move, and then that's it. So, oh, there you go. I got hit by that one. So the game with that mechanic is you're encouraged to run out to hit the hourglasses, but that also makes you vulnerable. So there's like a risk reward to it or whatever. These are some ads. Yeah, every now and then he makes the whole arena 2 colors. See, fuck. And you're supposed to like juggle the color red or white, and not gain too many stacks. Also, I think he had an eyeball mechanic there, and I was looking at him, and I was supposed to look away. Of course, if you're gonna have a giant fly eye boss, you need to look away from it. I'm trying to explain all the fucking stuff that's going on here, and I missed that one completely. Yeah, let's cure ourselves here. In fact, holy shit, our whole group's wiping. Oh god, I'm doing badly. I have responsibilities as a healer, and I'm not following them. Oh my lordy lord. Okay, I've raised the tank. Okay, look, he's got an eye again, mortal gaze. This eye is really annoying, by the way, compared to most, because it's a lot more delayed and a lot laggier. Oh shit, I should have raised the other healer, shouldn't I? Oh, that's really silly of me. Oh my god, nearly all the tanks in this alliance are dead. Oh, and it's definitely partly my fault. Well, you know what? I'm kind of fine with it being a little bit more engaging of a can I benediction someone? I can benediction that guy in the other party. There you go. So yeah, he's doing double vision again now. Usually you don't see him do it twice, but obviously a lot of us are dead and struggling, so... Can tanks turn on stance, this guy is saying. There we go, let me heal the monk. Oh god, this is quite scary. I'm out of mana and everything. So, oh, he also dooms you. And you've got to run to these panels when you get doomed to cleanse it, just like in the Sunken Temple of Cont. There's another mortal gaze there, and he died. Thank God for that. Jesus Christ. Right, we might not be so leisurely here. Oh my god, Demon Hat of Healing. And it looks amazing. Wow. It looks fabulous. We have to get that. Oh my god, we rolled an 87. We might actually get it. Jesus. Yeah, that was my bad. I think the other healer died. And I wasn't really doing anything. So the whole group ended up struggling. So, I'm not sure exactly which is the next fight. Okay, so this is Queen Scylla again. Remember Scylla was in it before? I guess it's another Scylla clone. Some of them had ended up here, I don't know, I guess. Right, let's put regen on our friend here. Right, I'm sure we're okay. Woo! Forbidden Gates, I don't know what happens here. Usually Scylla just blows up and dies, and that's it. I haven't really seen what else they might do. I mean, you can stun Scylla and everything. Do we have to deal with these gates? They're casting Void Call. So I guess each one is probably summoning some kind of extra mob. Alright, they summon these little things called Thor, which is really weird. I'll just assume that Thors are more Final Fantasy 3 enemies. It must be that, right? And then we get a chest, but it's Xande in there. A mimic / not a mimic. Regen him. Got a raid wide there. It's funny in an alliance raid when you see the raid wide, everyone's health ticks down so slowly. There's another. See, look, this is an interject. I can't do anything about it though. Oh, he got the cast. Holy shit! Look, everybody's getting battered. Look at the other raids. In fact, mine's not doing too hot either. These buttons are too strong, man. It's so good. Somebody commented that it didn't get interrupted. I like it though. It's seeing mechanics that we wouldn't usually. And here we got Jormungand's. There's like a weird Norse theme going on here with the Thors and the Jormungand's. I don't know. Right, okay. Not this boss. Wait, are there 4 bosses in this one? Or is this... There must be 4. The Eye, the Dragon, Cerberus, and then the Cloud, right? Holy shit, are there 4? Because usually there's only 3. Or am I wrong? Is the final wing always got more than 3? I don't know, anyway, this guy's quite interesting, I guess. He has a phase where suddenly all of the heads are vulnerable and you want to swap to AoEing. So I'm going to get kind of close because I need to be close for Holy, I suppose. Just keep regen on this guy. You'll see it in a minute, I think. Alright, we've got to all stand together. I can't faint or anything. Oh, I can Kiraga though. Aha, we did the combo, guys. We did it. Alright, I'm gonna heal this guy now. Here you go. See, look, you got all these heads. And you want to AoE them all. Head of poison, fire, ice, thunder. It's weird seeing all the stun fully resistance come up, but knowing I'm doing the right thing anyway because it's damage. We got a crit on one of them actually, that was quite cool. Put this back up. Lucid dreaming. And yeah, as long as all the heads are dead, when the final attack goes off, it won't hit too hard, I guess. Look at this, by the way. 3 arrows on him. That means across the whole thing, there's 3 white mages. Right, we group up. Kiraga. Dash out. Oh, red mage got hit there. And I'll res him. Got it. Fresh arrow. Nice. I did get that, didn't I? Maybe not. No, I did. It takes people a long time to accept. Someone told me I need to actually look at the icon. So yeah, he's summoning slimes. I don't really know what this mechanic is. The slimes come together and get bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know what this mechanic is either. I guess she's got some kind of frosty thing you don't want to be in. Holy shit, okay, I got froze there. Uh-oh. Ow, and I'm getting battered. Oh, God. Oh, and I'm silenced. Oh, but somebody gave me echo drops. Oh, my God. Wait, no, echo drops are good for... Yeah, silence. I have never, ever in this game actually cast an echo drop and had a benefit out of it. Can I res people from the other subs? Can I do it at all? Like this guy's body? I can! Look at that! Wow! Such collaboration! Heal up here. Presence of mind again. Lucid dreaming, Kiraga. I'll double cast Kiraga actually. Holy shit, that was cool. And then we'll res this monk slowly. Actually, it might be a bad idea because it's the end of the fight. He should just release, right? To crush your enemies. Wow, that's an achievement for killing like 10,000 mobs or something. I can't believe we're there already. Demon gloves of healing. Did we actually get that other thing? Did we get the amazing looking hat? We did! Oh my God, look at our hat, guys. It's really girly. It is unbelievably girly, but it also is very magey. Maybe if I dye it red instead of pink. Holy shit, that's cool. See, I'd love the whole set, you know? It's amazing to have the weird tassely thing off the edge and this big hood. Like, I'm never going to wear the hood and the hat. Thank you for liking that. Right, so yeah, we're Alliance B, so we're in the middle again. More Atomosses. But these ones are moaning Atomosses. So here we're actually going to cast Syrcus, which is our stability ability. So basically, and what I'll do is I'll even put a ping in chat for everyone on this. He's going to vacuum everyone in and try to knock them off. So there he's sucking. Not that. That we can just avoid. That's fine. But it'll be in a minute. They're all doing it, by the way. All 3 of them at once. So he summoned some kind of a mob there. Yeah, he eats people sometimes. So here, I think it's now. Oh, I don't know. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I don't know. He does a random, just basically stand inside him like this if you can. The more into the shockwave, this is the button. You want to shortcast that. Or arm's length that. And if you stand in the middle, you won't fall over. If you do fall off, the people on the top need to hit the glyphs, which will turn on the glyphs on the lower rung. And I guess this is my job as a healer. He's eating me though. Like if someone touches that glyph, it will power one of the ones on the lower levels. And the lower level ones will let people jump back up like that, see? I don't know what the other mechanic is. You're killing all three at once, but they're getting their health back up. I don't know what that is, but everyone's like split into 3 arenas. And then we all come together and you jump up. So yeah. I don't know why it is they get their health back over and over again. It's kind of like a twist on last time we saw the Atomosses in the other long corridor room. Right, so now we have Cerberus. Again, the Norse thing. This is a cool fight, and you don't really see much like this, creative fights like this in Alliance raids anymore. Where I think nowadays the power creep, people actually on Reddit say that this is stupid to assign roles. You just have all the DPS go into the belly. But it used to be people would say A does this mechanic, sub B goes into the belly, sub C does the chains, B for belly, C for chains, so on. But now everybody just goes in the belly if you're a DPS, and it's apparently the right way to do it, I think. Anyway, so basically this is one big fight, but there are lots of jobs to do. So people basically break it down. Whichever sub you're in changes the job you're responsible for. So what is going on is this is like Triple Trouble, the Crimson Worm at Triple Trouble in Guild Wars 2, where some people are actually going to go inside him. Basically, you get hit with one mechanic, this, and you get minimumed, right? This orb will minimum people that are next to it. Like I'm going to get minimumed here. And once you're minimum, you can stand in the goo, and he will try to eat you in the goo. If you're big, he'll just eat you, and you just die. Like you saw that player was dead. But if you've minimumed yourself, then you'll end up inside his stomach. Look at how cool this is. It's very cool in Guild Wars as well when you get inside the body. It's very similar, isn't it? It's a lot like Triple Trouble Worm. And look, you get this weird ooze mob. And yeah, we're like tiny, and the game here is you've got to blow open all these stomach walls, and it does loads of damage to the boss. And again, I think you can just zerg everyone in here, and it's technically the quickest way to do it now, but it never used to be. And yeah, we're getting digested. We have this digestion debuff on us. And the music's different in here. It's very cool. It is very cool. And he will actually like poo us out as well or something in a minute. Like here, it starts flooding with stomach acid, and we run through and you actually slide down the chute or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so now we're back out. In the meantime, people were doing mechanics out here. See, there's these chains on the wall, these feta chains. Here, this guy's grabbed one, this Nico guy. He's grabbing that ethereal chain, he's running over, and he's chaining the boss up, basically, before he finishes casting Reawaken. And I don't know what the other job is, I can't remember. There's another job that people do, but chaining him up, going in the belly. And it's cool, and I have a weird bit of trivia about this, or some self-reflection about this. I should res my guy. Where is he? Okay. Long way away. And that is, when I played this 3 years ago, for the first time, my instinct was, oh, this is old content. Guild Wars must have copied this with the Triple Trouble Worm. I was convinced of it. I was like, oh, look, this is the, you know, they looked at them for the fates and stuff. And look, they've looked at other MMOs here. This is Triple Trouble, this is a Square Enix doing Triple Trouble Worm. I'm never 100% sure on anything, ever. But I really felt like that was what was happening. And that was 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I covered this on Twitch, and I think I floated the idea, and I wasn't too sure of like, what the actual timing was. And I think I was asking you guys. Well, now, look at us today, okay? Look at us playing this right now. We can see, actually, Guild Wars 2 had done the Triple Trouble Worm way before this. This is 2.5. this is like the end of season 2. As far as the timeline's concerned, we've been tracking it. This Let's Play's been going along. Guild Wars did Triple Trouble back in season 1, like mid-season 1. They were way ahead. Wait, now hold on. I just made an argument. Okay, I think. Wait. I've misspoken. Originally, I thought that Final Fantasy had done it first because it was ancient content. But now I realise that Guild Wars did it first. It wasn't the copying thing, it was that. Wow, I buggered that anecdote up. He's got Haste Plus here as well, by the way. And we're getting levels, because we get a lot of stuff. Anyway, I just think it's really interesting that Guild Wars had done Triple Trouble way before this. My first impression of this was that it was ancient content or whatever, but no, actually. You know, this lines up with the end of Season 2 more than anything in Season 1. That's just monk gear. Yeah, and I can't remember what the third job is. Something. But he's quite cool, you know, because that's... They do a lot of... Obviously, Alliance raids have a lot of bosses and a lot of big moments where they'll split the party 3 ways. But the way that they split the parties 3 ways quite often is never just in the same arena. You tend to be really separated. But there, it's everyone running around together in the exact same place. Chaos. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the Realm of Light. That line from the Realm of Light is kind of clunky. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals, before the flood of darkness, shall fall into the void. The UI was kind of overlapping there a little bit. All right, so here we go. So here's the cloud. She's the final boss, and this is the end of the Crystal Tower storyline here, really. She's crazy. I guess as a Final Fantasy 3 player, this would be really fucking epic and crazy. What is there to say? She's a massive boss off the side of the platform. If I turn the target ring on, she actually just has a solid circle. There's no such thing as rearing or flanking her. So she's really chilled to fight on a monk, let me just tell you. Or hell, or a rogue, you know, with the backstabbing and stuff. I could backstab her from the front, basically, is the point. A lot of big mobs, especially when they hang over the edge like this, they're kind of like structures. I like that. God, this poor other healer. I'm doing so little. Just giving trivia. The mechanics are not... I'm going to benediction him. He's so low. There we go. So she's using Faint Particle Beam. This is a lot like... do you remember I said that later some fights come back, they're remembered, and they're remembered weirdly? She has a Redux fight as well, and it's really cool, the second version of her. Speaking of the duty recorder, that was actually one of the things that I have on the duty recorder. I might go there in a minute. Someone remind me before this is over. I might go to the inn and see what we have. Might be cool to show off. Yeah, I don't really know the mechanics here. Some people have to stand and catch these meteors. The dark storms are a thing. I don't know, just keep hitting her, I guess. Still have 10 seconds of my arrow. Here's where the text color really matters. You know, if it's white, you didn't apply it. If it's green, you did. So I know which one is my arrow to be. So I know when to refresh it. I'm not going to accidentally try and refresh someone else's that's dropping off. There we go. We're at about 7k. Our lucid dream here. Darkness take you all, she says. So she does have a phase thing. I don't know when we'll see it. It would be amazing. It would be absolutely incredible if she died before it happened. Okay, here in darkness, all is one. So basically, you get these 3 areas. I don't know which is A, B, or C. We don't have markers up. But everyone needs to split into 3. You all get locked in, and you've got to kill these clouds. See, and we didn't have many people in ours, but there you go. And then she's going to pop back up and laser beam immediately. So you've got to get away from wherever she pops up. See, a lot of people will get hit by that. And it's a big knockback. Somebody's limit breaking. LB3. Oh no, it was only an LB2, I think. I think somebody bravered. Usually there's an LB3 here. And then she's going to die. So there you go. Let the sun shine in. She's defeated. The pact is ended. Oh, and next patch in Dawntrail, they're going to do another version of her. It's called Chaotic. Yeah, Chaotic is a new thing they're adding, which is like Alliance raids, but hard. It's supposed to be like really hard as well, like Savage difficulty. Sounds like nightmarish. It sounds like World of Warcraft raiding, where it's just managing loads and loads and loads of players. But it might be cool. I doubt I can play it, though, because I haven't beaten Dawntrail. I don't even own it. I don't. We can get the skirt as well, maybe. 65. That's an okay roll. Hey, and we can get the minion, the Puff of Darkness. When standing nearby, prithee refrain from coughing, sneezing, waving, flailing, or performing any other means of wild gesticulation, lest the puff be lost for all eternity. Yeah, nice. We actually got a lot of the gear. Didn't we get the gloves, the hat, and the legs? Without the chest, it didn't really change us too much, but the hat is good. Well, there you go. Thanks for doing that with me, guys. Yeah, so what's with the crazy red moon? The place seems kind of cleansed. This is where Diabolos came from. Of course, we haven't found him here. That's the whole wing there that we just did. Pretty cool. Let's get out. And here's the final cutscene. And I remember a brief moment from this. I guess Graha was with us. Look, there you go. He's just come running on in. The Ritlock Logan moment. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the clouds aids our cause little. Doga! Unai! Can you hear me? Nero? Oh my god, we got such a crazy hat now in the cutscenes. Look at that hat! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Look, Nero. Remember, guys, this is like 6 months IRL time since he's been stuck in there. He's all right. He's pulled a Cormier. Or a, shit, what's her name? Arena? Oh no, she looks injured. Though I don't blame you for missing my company. In fact, Nero looks fucked. Look at him. What? He's all like magical. Thank the 12. Are you all right? She doesn't look so hot. As all right can be expected, Unai is simply passed out. Thank you to everybody who played with me there, by the way. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to this body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xande's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allegan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Wow, what a hero. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Villain. Doing good things for the wrong reasons. That seems to be summing Nero up, doesn't it? Where? Unai, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Whoa! I don't remember this. What is all of this? Holy shit, those clouds look good. They're very good with the special effects in this game. Mortals! You have dared to challenge me, and now you must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Holy fuck. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xande's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Tremor, Graha, you must flee! You You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness! You must return with us! No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. Uh-oh. They're gonna say that he can. Ooh. Trevor with that. Whoa, he got saved. He's fine. I love how these are the actual animations from the boss fight as well. What is this trickery? Your blood! You too gain protection from Xande's blood. Grahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought... What is this? Is this the Crystal Tower theme or something, this song? I had thought time would consume all of Alag that was. That a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allagan technology to do so. True, the tower is not like to recognize you as Allagan, nor as you are now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not as you are now. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I never really took in that last sentence. Hold on. Oh, shit, and now I've skipped that one. Hold on. What did they say? Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allagan technology to do so. So who the hell did that? I don't remember any of this story. Who did that? So someone planted Allagan royal blood in a line of Makote. And now Graha's got it. Wow. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allagan, not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. And he says, but how should I use this light? Pray tell me. Sid's dad? Yeah, maybe. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effect will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allagan presence within you. I'm just going to tell you guys, as a little teaser for the future, Graha does some crazy shit with this tower. Some crazy shit. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to Allag. Our part in this journey is to bury Xande's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Unai and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. Look at this. This is just like soul transference or something. Take it. Nero's not slinking around this time. He's actually curious and just watching. You must leave us as well, Nero. I'm sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. Oh, it's his thing. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. What is he seeking? Something stronger than the ultimate weapon? Just any kind of crazy etheric density? See, if I were Nero, having done all that with the ultimate weapon, I'd be thinking about the Omega weapon. Of course they do. Doga, Unai, thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Tremor, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No shit. Tremor looks way too leisurely as he's walking there. Running. Oh no, maybe not so much there. That shot he looks a little better. Oh my god, what are these two gonna do? No, you shall not escape us. That's a real Rorschach moment, isn't it? You're trapped in here with me! Here, Xande's blood-stained dreams of glory end. They give the same speech in 3, do they? Oh my god, that is so cool. Graha says, there, the glint of light. Look at this crazy reality. It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. By the way, this right here, right this moment, this was one of those very early points where I was like, oh shit, the story's pretty good. I remember my original playthrough ever on 14, right when I got to this cutscene, I was like, I'm quite enjoying this. For the first time, really, I was thinking I'm quite enjoying this. Graha says, if that light dies, we're stranded here, hurry. Specifically, the bits coming up in the cutscene here, like this. Nero, no, you must move! Leave me! I don't need you. If I die here, it will be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Alag. I am Nero Tulskeva, the man who will yet outdo Alag and Garland. That was what you hoped to. Oh. They really make these headaches seem painful. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Oh my god, are we moving into a world where the tower actually is a cool thing that people can trust and respect? Go, damn you! Will the tower defend us from primals? Will the tower save us from ultimate destruction? So there we go, we're going to leave it. Bye-bye, Nero. I loved him in this story. Must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. Tremor could have at least helped him. Oh shit! But how did... So those damn clones did it after all? They managed to purge him of his darkness corruption. And he owes them. Now, onwards! He looks almost annoyed by this. See, look! It's COF, guys. It's Ritlock and Logan in COF. You owe me, Nero, says Sid. Look how pissed off he is. The hell's I do? We're just having a sunbathe. Do you tan better at high altitudes? Because there's more UV, there's less atmosphere that it's gone through. Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. Would that mean that plants grow a little bit better? But the thin atmosphere, if you fed them CO2, would they like it a bit better? You're returned unharmed. Thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running around like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all huh? Where's Unai and Doga? Where are Unai and Doga? They're not... Well, Graha looks at us to explain. I see, I'll miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one to be able to seal it. That's not true, my friend. Unai and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the tower. Graha, yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. Wait, does he have 2 red eyes? No, he doesn't, right? He always has heads. No, he does. He has 2 red eyes. Look at that. Did I miss that little detail in the cutscene earlier? When they passed the blood, did he flash and he had the 2 eyes? I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I'm weary to the bone, and Nero and Tremor are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Coinoc's Find. So should the plan still be to sink it back underground? No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Tremor. Well, me and 23 other players. Including some spuds. Would that I could have been more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Unai's blood. Well, look, all things in good time. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yeah, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebears' dearest wish. But we do not need to speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray, go on ahead of me. There's something small I would do before I return. You're going to go sit on the throne, aren't you? I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Tremor. Alas, fate dictates that I have a different role to play. Huh? What do you mean? What have you remembered? What are you going to do? A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. Alright. Well, one last walk away from the tower here. So, I lied. This whole episode isn't 2 quests. It's 3. Because we're going to finish this. We're going to cash this in. And then there's going to be a quest, air quotes, which is just like a wrap-up to the story. It's weird, actually. All these episodes so far, and we've never actually just finished an arc. This is the first arc we've actually... Well, no, okay. The base game was an arc, wasn't it? We got a credit sequence and everything. It's all coming to a close now, though. We're going to finish this arc. And when we finish 2.5, we'll get credits again. I can't express how glad I am that you returned safely, Tremor, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the spectre of the Alligans. So, of course, if you guys want to see that on a slightly different light, feel free to check out the episode I did on Twitch. That has an added twist that I didn't know the story of even Shadowbringers when I played that. So all this, like, Graha stuff was, like... It's pretty interesting, I think. Anyway, with a look of finality upon him, Rambros seems intent upon sealing the Crystal Tower once and for all. And yeah, it has some mid-eye level in there. I trust you've rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something first we must do. There's some of the others. And hear what happened beyond the rift. Okay, hello everyone. It's a big throne for a small cat. It is, yeah. You don't know if I already mentioned it, but will I do coils? I will do coils, yes. And it's planned out. Just bear with me. So, the elegant eye that runs in Graha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology. But who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate? From discovering the tower to Graha gaining Unai and Doga's blood? Has Graha said anything? For that matter, where is Graha, and what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. The Empire characters are just the best. Tremor, you say Graha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! 'Tis Graha Tia, sir! He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with the researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. All their faces look really good, by the way. One of the big things we're enjoying here in this Let's Play is the graphics update, and it's done a lot for the character faces. Like that random no-name that just ran over one of the researchers. She had a very textured face, nice freckles and everything. I am partial to freckles, I must say. That sounded creepy, didn't it?
I am partial to freckles.
Master Garland, Tremor, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. He's gone rogue. You knew he turned evil. Yeah, he's too nice and innocent, you know, and naive and sweet. And he was kind of like fanboying over us a little bit there as well. Like how he wished he was on the adventure earlier. You know, it's just a bit much, isn't it? You got to be cynical of anyone treating you that way. Too nice. Yummy freckles. Do you know what? Freckles does sound... You saying that makes me think of freckles as a food, as like a cereal. I can totally see that. WP is considering moving to a mountain to save his plants. Yeah, I'm really annoyed with one of them. I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe it needs repotting. Something like that. Not sure. It's so weird that I can't fly on my mount over here. This is called the Light of Hope, this last quest. I think one of the other... This whole thing here as well, being mandatory, is another contributor to why ARR feels so long. Like this could be not a mandatory, but it really is. But they make you do it now. Really, you should do this right before Shadowbringers. But, because you remember it better and stuff. But you can't really, because everything that happens to Nero is now in the timeline. There's stuff that happens to Nero and Sid and everyone in Heaven's Ward and then in Stormblood. And you can't just... It wouldn't work, you know? You got to do it when it happened, which is now. What in the world was Grahatia thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I want to know myself. Of course, he tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, sir. I'm certain of it. Okay. It wasn't mandatory when you did ARR, and it was definitely still too long. Yeah, you know, guys, I've been thinking. When I did the Twitch run, okay, it was before Endwalker came out, right? We were racing for the launch of Endwalker, right? That was when I did the Twitch run. Now, when I did the Twitch videos, there were no patches that came out during that period. There weren't any patches. I did the entire project without a single patch releasing. So what does that mean? That means on the Twitch run, it was already 5.55. I did all of that between 5.55 and 6.0. It was all in that one window. So that was Twitch. I had started playing the game a year before that, though. So I wonder if I got to ARR before 5.3. I basically would have started playing this right around then. I don't know whether I experienced the original ARR or post-culling. I feel like it was post-culling. But I couldn't tell you. I honestly don't know, actually. Anyway, go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. That's from question mark, question mark, question mark. He sounds different, I guess. I don't know. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. Oh, here we go. Matthew says, I think I remember you saying you did it post-culling on Discord back then. Ah, well, there you go. That would make sense. I think it must have been post-culling because I think I did it... I think they revealed Anima and the Reaper in a live letter, right? And the live letters are always come out with the 0.3s. Isn't that right? We just said that a couple of episodes ago, right? There was the Heavensward live letter, and Yoshi P came out on stage looking like a black mage and all of that. That was 2.3. So if there was a live letter with 5.3, that would have been post culling. It would have been right around 5.3 because I saw my friend watching the live letter. I saw the Reaper. I saw Anima. I wanted to play the game, so I tried it out. So yeah, I think I got in just after the cull. Must have been. No, my apologies, but I cannot, he says. Sorry, I'm ruining the final act here. Come, man! What is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unai and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alag, or rather, 'twas there, the wish I must grant was born. Someone's wish. You're doing something, just like they were. You see, not all the world perished in Xande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alag, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Look at this, look at these rooms, so cool. What's especially cool about this is patch 3 with the World of Darkness. People weren't even playing this Alliance raid in this patch necessarily, but here it is in the story. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alag's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alag's technology to give her blood and memories to he who she trusted the most. That man was my forebearer. Ah, so here we go. We get the explanation. And look, you can pass your memories to someone. For millennia we waited. Alag's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all of this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha! The Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alag's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hells, we may never fully comprehend them. Well, all the better to keep it and study it, to be honest, Sid. 'Tis as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same heights as Alag, but by then we would have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Amon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? Deep sleep? Frozen in time? What? You cannot mean that! I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Syrcus Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. It is the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. So we may never see him again in our lifetime. The future is where my destiny awaits. I've done that twice now. I've pronounced the T as a K. But yours lies outside these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alag. Just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes and forgive our failures. And we may meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Tremor, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Oh, he's so nice. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. It's going to hibernate. Meow. Farewell, meow, my friends, meow. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. I'm ruining it. He's really nice. Meow. Farewell. Look at this. Only a few quests ago, he was a mysterious stranger. Well, we say our parting words. And all I will say, guys, is no storyline is ever forgotten in this game. The Crystal Tower will return. But for many players, for many years and many patches, this appeared to just be a dropped thread. And it was a side quest as well. So it'd be so easy to think they're never going to do anything with it. But here's Nero. Well, this plan didn't work out, did it, buddy? The Crystal Tower slumbers again, then. Just too quiet for my taste. Will we ever open those doors and say hello to him again? Can we really reach the might of Alag within this game's lifespan? Goodbye, Sid, says Nero. I must put this all at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. So he used that to what? Find ultimate weapon before? What was he using that for? Anyway, he's done with it now. A new dawn has come for me. Even less of an Empire toady now. But still a bastard. And a frenemy of the highest caliber. Nice, good stuff. We're getting there, guys. We're peeling it back. We're getting to see what the game's all about. Beautiful. So let's cash in. And cash out. Ka-ching, baby. I don't know. So yeah. That's really all I have planned today, by the way. We'll finish this quest here and there you have it. Like I say, it's like 4 hours for what is that really? 3 quests? Mental. He was looking for something in the tower? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I thought he was just like tracking Aether. I feel weird deja vu right now. I'm pretty sure this came up in the Twitch episode. What exactly that device was. I think I was totally clueless before because I hadn't just played ARR. But here I am, and I have just played ARR, and I'm still clueless. Go and try the Fall Guys thing? Well, yes. Okay, so look, next time, guys, we have one thing left, and it's the final patch. But I'm going to put a bonus episode in. The final bonus episode will be next time, and we're going to check some of that stuff out, including the last dungeons. But hold on, let's just finish this up here. You've just missed Sid Tremor. There's much that he needs his attention if he's going to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. But this isn't the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Koinix Find has become for some of our friends' departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labour for a brighter future, lit by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. Now, there's like a repeatable quest you can get to like redo it, and this Elegant Catalyst reward I just got or something. I think you can use for crafting or something. It says here, you have completed the Crystal Tower quest series. Rest well, champion, for the main scenario and many other adventures await you. There you go, out of the dark. So join me next time, guys. Thank you again to the sport. Thanks for chatting to one another. It's been wonderful to see people turning out and talking not just to me, but to each other. Thanks for the couple of donations we had there and the memberships. That's really lovely, everyone. Join me next time for one final episode, bonus episode, We have 2 dungeons to do. We're going to look back at Amdapor. We're going to look back at Nim, I think. The Tombrees will return. I've never done that Fall Guys thing. I don't know. Is that any good? We'll see that. But there's Chocobo Racing. There's Triple Triad. Basically anything I can imagine that I might like to round up from ARR is happening in the next part. So if you guys have any ideas for that as well, let me know in the Discord or the YouTube comments. And I'll add them to the list. We'll do a bonanza on the next bonus episode. And with that, I feel... Okay, with that, there's still other things, but I'll talk about those as we go along. So that will be that, and then we're into 2.55 and finishing with the big cliffhanger. Really, really good stuff. So thanks, everybody. We got a good new hat out of this as well. Pretty nice. You might want to do Fall Guy stuff on EU. I literally can't even go to EU with these characters. I'm locked to NA. That was the big thing. Nice, this guy coming and waving. Yeah, I literally can't. I'm sure it'll be fine. Movement, oh yeah, movement can be pretty bad with lag. So we'll see. Thanks, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. And there is one more crazy instance in the final mission, so still some more co-op stuff to play. There's a content piece that used to be a trial and isn't anymore. But yeah, we'll deal with that. And yeah, thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. And hope you have a good one. I don't know where I was going with that. See you guys next time. Let's hope this isn't bugged. I guess it is.